Nah, shit, I'm muted. What's up, boys? Bro, this monitor is nutty. Yeah? I'm glad you like it, man. It's probably better than the laptop, that's for sure. That's for sure. Making sure I'm getting everything set up here, boys. 1 second. Can't wait for Wednesday to get my PC. It'll be dope, man. It'll be dope. I'm excited for you. It's gonna take a little bit to download everything and get everything set up, but yeah, it'll be fun, man. I'd recommend downloading your software first. That way you can be setting up all your stream stuff while your games are downloading. Hey, Terrified, how's it going, man? We got smoothies going on this morning, so that's what we're drinking. Yeah, good morning, Sir Strike. And well, good evening, good evening. Mornings, evenings, wherever you are in the world. Appreciate you guys being here. Hey, Odie, can I tuck in my chair, please? Do you think that's a possibility, buddy? It's like laying right against my chair. Come on. I need a little bit of room, buddy. I don't run you over. I don't want to run your tail over either. Oh, there we go. Whew. Howdy, howdy, boys. Hey, Kane, what's up, man? How's it going, Matthew? So, I'm really sad, guys. I was hanging out with the boys last night, and they needed some help farming the Lightless Arbor dungeon. So I went and farmed myself a helmet, because this is like a really good budget version of Prismatic Gaze, and you can get good LP on it. And I got a 2 LP one, and I tried to slam T7 Healing Hands on it. And I missed, so that was a little sad. I should honestly probably just go grab my Prismatic Gaze back, because I think that's better. I think it's less crit overall, because I have a 3% Prismatic Gaze, but yeah, a little sad. Why do I have 100 subs on this one and 15 on my other account? Giving 15 unless someone stole my name. On your church account? Oh, no, man. Some bad luck lately with legendaries? Yeah, that's alright. It was bound to happen. These guys are actually really easy to farm, so if you guys want like a budget helmet for the build, Peak of the Mountain gets LP really easily. Super easy to farm. Alright, let me warm up here. What's my favorite? Okay, I want to wait till I'm at least 100k. Alright. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, man. I did switch it over to Lifetime Gifted last night. So it should show the entire duration of the count rather than just like the last week. So maybe at one point you had gifted a little bit on that account? I don't know. From back in the day. That's all those times, those were subs from before. Yeah. Yeah, that could be. That could be. Yeah, I was trying to find a widget that would attach to my Twitch page, for like an overall leaderboard. And I feel like they used to have a bunch of them all the time, but I couldn't find any in the like 10 minutes I was looking. I get my keyboard today, my mic and headphones Monday, and PC Wednesday. Dude, that's exciting, man. I'm excited for you, dude. It's gonna be dope. You're gonna be a big boy gamer. No more of this laptop overheating stuff. Yeah, I'll have to give you like a checklist of some stuff to make sure you put on the PC. Just to help out. I'm guessing they probably actually already pre-downloaded IQ on it for you, since it's coming from Corsair. And then show you how to set up all your temp settings. I need to turn off all chat. Longest week of my damn life, I swear. I feel you. I feel you, man. Took me like a month or something, month and a half to get all my stuff. Hey, Adhesive. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Appreciate you being here, my guy. How's your weekend so far? It's pretty good, man. We have one of my wife's childhood friends that's staying in our Airbnb right now. She flew out from Tennessee. She's staying with us, so the wife's pretty excited. Risky already on the lurk mode. What the fuck is with that? Hey guys, what does that say? I don't know. They got the weird text bug back. Man, I want that healing hand so bad. I might go farm some more lightless arbor today and get another helmet. See if I can slam healing hands on there. So I could then increase the AoE of my clear by so much. No nice follower goal for the tattoo. Will it be your wife's first tattoo? No, my wife has a bunch. It would actually be my first tattoo. So I'll probably end up getting one with her at the same time. But yeah, my wife's got a whole bunch of tattoos. Lunch done, meds taken, water consumed, let's jam, let's go! Alright. Nice, it's an entry experience getting tattooed. I have one and I like it. It's pretty unique. Yeah, what do you got, Kane? What's your tattoo of? How are you using Lightless Arbor to farm helm? So I'm using a temporary helm code. So I picked up a Peak of the Mountain. Because Peak of the Mountain will give you all the crit chance. That Prismatic Gaze will. Prismatic Gaze is much, much better. But Prismatic Gaze is way rare. Has a really bad crit chance. Or, like, you have to roll the right crit chance. Because if you roll 2%, it's dead. Hey, Nabzig, thanks for the follow, man. But then it also gives you LE Shred and less LE damage taken. So Prismatic Gaze, way better helm. But Peak of the Mountain's a really good budget one to get LP on. Because almost every single time you drop it, it's going to roll LP. And it's pretty easy to get like a 2 or a 3 LP. And I really want to try to get my healing hands on my helmet as soon as possible. So it's just an alternative version. But my buddy needed a helmet last night, so I helped him run a bunch of them on T4. And then I dropped my own 2LP one, and then I tried to slam healing hands on it, and I missed. So I wasted one of my T7 healing hands helmets, but was not lucky. Experience is unique, not my tattoo. Oh, okay, okay. Alright. Do you have a bunch of pine trees going up? I feel like that was the popular tattoo over the last couple years. I didn't run any dungeons yet. Some of them are cool, some of them are annoying. I actually do a slight respec when I do Lightless Arbor, because the final boss, he's doing all these like slam mechanics, but there's no monsters for you to hit, so I can't proc my healing hands. So I end up taking off the movement skill from my healing hands while I do that dungeon. That way I can just spam healing hands on myself during the downtime. That way I still have wards so I can stay alive. I think I went too heavy, went to AoE too heavy on my Forge Guard. My boss damage is lacking bad, yeah. It's a fine balance. I'm the opposite. My boss damage is amazing, and my my AoE is lacking. But if I can get the helmet, then that will fix that. So I think I'll maybe spend some favor today, see if I can get a Prismatic Gaze, and then if I can't, then I'll switch over to doing some Lightless Arbor dungeons and see if I can just get like a 2 or 3 LP of that. Hey, cool dude. Thanks for the follow, man. How's it going? I got a symbol on my leg and I'm thinking of getting more. Yeah? I don't know what I'm gonna get yet, but probably something either stream related or Last Epoch related. That was what my wife wanted to do. I would like to get really tatted. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is that my skin kind of sucks. Is that T7? Not C6. So like, if you scratch my skin, just like go like that really fast, it will like puff up. So I'm a little worried on how that's gonna translate with tattooing. I talked to some tattoo artists though, and they said it would be fine. But yo, how's life? Anton, what's up, my guy? Life's good, man. Life's good. How are you doing this morning? Or whatever time it is there, I can't remember. Can't remember the time difference. No trees, just a circle with a star or something like that. Okay, okay. I cheated to spend 5 points on Paladin for the healing hands. Yeah, healing hands is good. Healing hands is strong. Yeah, Forge Guard with the healing hands would be pretty dope, actually. It really sucks you don't have a proc for throwing skills. Alright, guys. Yeah, if they had a throwing proc for healing hands, man, that'd be sick. Play like shield throw healing hands, you'd be unkillable. It'd almost make Forge Guard good. I'm just fucking with you. Yo, Loaf, working on Room Master, farming for my Twisted Heart. Hey, good luck, cool dude. I hope you drop it, man. What corruption are you at right now? Hopefully you haven't had too many attempts yet. I think that should be okay, but better consult a doctor, experienced tattoo artist. Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to a couple tattoo artists, but yeah, I should probably speak to a dermatologist beforehand too, just to make sure it won't like really fuck me up. That's alright. If it's too bad, I'll just get something small. The Mad Lightning, when should be the ideal spark charge damage per proc? Mine on like a target dummy are hitting like 150k to 200k. On like actual monsters though, because that doesn't calculate the resistances or like their armor or anything, it's typically like 40-ish k or something like that. But that's like really geared. And I attack really fast, so it's going off all the time. I'm fine. It's 7 in the evening here, and I just started grinding for a new master build. Dread is cooking. Yeah, I saw some Dread stuff. He's got some cool tech going on with the new build. I just hit empowered. Somehow all the other uniques drop besides the belt. I'm at 115 corruption. Had 3 attempts already at it. Hasn't dropped. My question is, what do I set my COF to now that I have most of the uniques? So your COF can't actually drop boss uniques. It can only drop random drops. So you can either aim it to get like a 2 to 3 LP Enigma with your offhand, or you can set it up to help get your idols. If you don't have your idols yet, you really want to get all the cast speed idols while you have lightning aegis, and then you want to get them also with Ellie res on them. You can entirely cover your elemental resistances just with your idols, and then all of your other gear's suffixes can be focused on filling out your necrotic, poison, and void and fizz, and getting you health. Because the more health you get, the more ward Twisted Heart will give you. So really try to focus on getting your idols set up. That way you can scale the rest of the gear way better. Haven't gotten a single large idol with Ellie res. Just today started farming prophecies for him. Yeah, I had to do the prophecies, man. And then I just got lucky, and I dropped 2 good ones, and both of the good ones duplicated, and then I was done. So that's how you do it, man. You just gotta get those duplicate procs, and eventually you'll get one good one, and that will cover you. Alright guys, I'm drinking my smoothie. I don't want to get purple smoothie all over my mustache. Alright. I have all idols and boots and gloves crafting. I guess idols could be more optimized to get Ellie res, as he said, or better LP on Enigma. Yeah, that's probably what I'd focus on. Getting that set up. Still rank 9. Oh yeah, once you get to rank 10, man, whoo-wee. Rank 10 is where it's at for sure. It is a massive power spike into the prophecies. Rank 10 duplicates everything that drops, right? It's not a chance to duplicate, it's like guaranteed. If it procs, yeah, it should be, items from prophecies are duplicated, yeah, so if you drop something based on a prophecy, like this helmet, it would drop 2 right next to each other. And then to be exact same stats. They're literally the exact same item as if you mirrored it. So like you see these 2 idols, how they're exactly the same? It's because I farmed them with a prophecy. Also just wondering, is the Frostclaw build basically a DPS upgrade to Lightning Blast? I believe the Frostclaw does have better like single target DPS, but I don't believe it is nearly as tanky. Everyone that said that's played it, it's like super squishy. So I think that's the general consensus, but I haven't played Frostclaw since 1.0. I don't know. But we had quite a few people that swapped from it because they were just sick of dying, so they said it was a massive tank upgrade. Moving over to Lightning Blast. Thanks for the sub on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. Cool, thank you, by the way. Nice balance today with the music versus game versus mic volume. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad it's doing good, man. I tried to tweak a little bit with it and make improvements where I can. It's hard to tell how it sounds on your guys' side because it sounds completely different on my side. So it's just kind of tweaking, experimenting until I get it right. Is there something I'm missing with why it's less tanky? I think we have the same ward setup amount, Frostguard setup. I don't know, cool dude. I haven't played it since 1.0. I don't know what the current setup is or what people are doing, but I just know I've had a lot of people come in here and say they were dying all the time with it. So, I don't know. No idea. When I changed my MG to COF, do I only lose my favorite points? You cannot wear gear that you bought from the auction house, Mert. So, if you bought an item from the auction house, you cannot wear it on a COF character. It has to be all self-found gear that you're wearing. You can tell because it will have a tag on it next to the required level to wear the item, and it will have a little icon that means it's tagged for the merchant guild only. Other than that, yeah, I believe you just lose your favor, and then you can start doing all the COF stuff. But I haven't personally switched the character. But yeah, that's what people have told me that have switched. Alright, thank you. Forget about that. Yeah. Yeah, that might make it a little bit harder, but that's just so people don't just go in and buy all their gear and make their character really good, and then go target farm like a bunch of 4LP stuff with COF. Yeah, just to kind of balance everything out a little bit better. What resistance? Void? Have any voids that are left with 15 or higher? Put that one out. Yeah, I think typically it's better just to keep a character on one faction. A little bit of a hard transition trying to jump between them. It'd be nice if it was possible to check items prices before switching to MG. Yeah. Just make an alt. It'll take you like 10 minutes to get your alt over to the item faction. Drink my mana first. I pitch out everything going, hey Dern, how's it going, man? Are you pretty much done with your Rune Master? I'm new to the game and wondering what I'd do besides make an alt after I'm high corruption, or is it better to continue to optimize your main? I don't know, I guess it's preference. Yeah, it's just preference. I'm a content creator, cool dude, so it's normally not good for me just to play one build for super long periods of time. I actually play my builds much longer than most content creators do, because I like to make sure they're optimized, so I can show a little bit more of what to go for on builds. Where I feel like a lot of content creators get to like 300 corruption and then they give up. And then they move on to the next build because it gets some more views. So, yeah, it just kind of depends. But I kind of did everything I could within a reasonable time frame on the Rune Master. And so that's why I swapped. I didn't feel like I could really give anything else to the viewers. I could tell them like what the higher options would be for scaling their gear, but in order for me to farm it, I'd have to play the character for like another month, which would be another month without a new build guide. So yeah, that's why we swapped, just to make it fresh, have something new, give people other options of different varieties of playstyles that they could do. About to ding 100, boys. No, so the Kane, when you make an alt, if it's on the same cycle, so if it's just like a standard cycle character, when you get to the very first town, they moved an NPC for you on an alt character, as long as you've chosen a faction on a different character, and you can choose it at like level 6 or something like that. Like whenever you get to that first town, you can just select which faction you want. So you don't even need somebody to teleport you. So like on this character, I was able to go COF almost immediately. And then it keeps your rank too, so I was already rank 10 on my alt. I'm coming from PoE, where it's very defined what your character does for you and what making an alt will do. For example, one character currently, another... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit different in this game. Since you don't share echoes, but you could set up a character for like doing like dungeon bosses and stuff, just like really fast. Because there's a couple characters that can kill dungeon bosses in like a few seconds. Or you got this guy that can just like tank everything, so I can just tank like the T4 Jura explosions. So it makes it really mindless to farm the dungeons, where I'm not worried about bricking them. There we go. Should hit 100 here. XP Shrine. Right at the edge of 99. Any monster. Bada boom, baby! Level 100. Let's go.
Alrighty, boys, it's time for the next build.
No, I'm just kidding. I still want to gear this character out and try to push him over to like around 1,000. So we still got a little bit to go on this guy. Great, thank you. Of course, man. Yeah, I need another T7 Caspian gloves, man. I want to get rid of that fire res so bad. It would just be such a downgrade on my cast speed if I dropped it. The loaf has returned. Hey, what's up, man? How goes it? Evening, brother. Got any summoner builds? Fishes? Yes, I'm hitting 100 on my lightning build and want to try something new. Yeah, dude. I know a lot of people are enjoying the new harbor build. So That's using... where's it at? I've got one using this guy right here, the Wraith Lord's Harbor. That one's pretty good for summoners. You got your typical like Flame Wraith builds that are pretty good. I've got some stuff I've been theory crafting that might be good, but yeah, there's a few good summoner builds out there. Haven't checked out this guy much. I have your current Rune Master guide on repeat. If you make another as detailed guide, I will probably just use that as my next build. I'm learning the game from your guides. Hey, nice, cool dude. That's awesome, man. Thank you. I'll be making a very in-depth guide for this character right here. So he kind of hits all the points of that the Rune Master was lacking in. So the Rune Master is like King AoE. And I got him to 1,000 corruption, but at 1,000 corruption, the bosses still get a little bit rough. Whereas this guy, it's the AoE that's a little bit harder, but I just absolutely decimate bosses, so. Yeah, this guy's pretty nutty for bossing. Just kind of face tanks most things. The only thing I'm really worried about is dot damage. So like void damage over time and poison damage are a little bit rough. Alright, let me check something. I think I put that in wrong. Pretty sure it's the same as his Discord name. Yeah, there we go. I've told you like 15 times, dude. Stop sending me random invites. I don't like it. Sorry, guys. I try to be really nice, but he's been kind of irking me lately. Bum bum bum. Hey y'all. Hey Raven, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, man. I appreciate you being here. Let me drain my mana real quick, and then we'll fuck this dude up. Alright, so we got Void Beams, Void Tentacles, AoE Splash. I need to stay on top of him, so... And then Lightning. Yeah, we should be totally fine to tank everything. Yes, this is a 600 corruption shade, and we just face tank it, so bossing is hilarious on this build. See ya. Hey man, no, Lich, I've let you know multiple times, dude. Stop inviting me like in the middle of the stream. You can come in and ask, but I'm not gonna be constantly dropping stream to do stuff for you, man. Just not okay. So, if you would like to stay in the stream, man, please listen. You've been blocked off LE though. I'm just not gonna mess around with it anymore. So there's a way to do that. And sometimes I'm okay with doing stuff for viewers and then like killing bosses and shit. But I don't like just getting spammed invited constantly in game. So you need to cool it, dude. Hey Pinch, actually just started my journey for this Pally since all four of us decided to create a new alt together, and so far so good. My friends are amazed how tanky yet still high damage I have, and recommend your channel on Twitch, and then they could also check. Hey, nice, Stern. I'm glad it's working out for you, man. Glad it's working out, dude. That's a different tone. Yeah, I try to be a nice dude, but sometimes people take advantage of that, and it pisses me off. So I can also be a not nice guy sometimes. I will treat you accordingly, though. Got 3 bad, roll twisted heart, 1 LP, and finally got my 20 res zone going on another timeline for now. Hey! Sorry on the 3 bad rolls, dude. Yeah, I struggled getting a good one, too. I think it took me 2 or 3 twisted hearts until I finally got like a half-decent slam. Gotta mirror people give it. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just a respect thing. I'm pretty big on respecting others and receiving the same. So... Hi from France. Hey, JP, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. What time is it over in France? I know we've got at least one other guy from France. I'm trying to remember who it is. Welcome, man. It's so crazy to me, the diversity we have in stream. I think it's because the time I stream during the like 9 to 5 workday for America, and so I think I actually don't get a lot of American viewers. Most of my viewers are from overseas, and it's kind of cool. Kind of got people from all over. You're an international streamer? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think it's awesome, man. It's cool just seeing everyone's different perspectives on things and being able to kind of just come together as a community and enjoy something together. I think it's really cool. I think that's super dope, man. All LED blasters. And I ate way too much. If I leave without saying anything, I fell asleep on my chair. Aw, dude, Raven. What'd you eat, man? What was for dinner over there, man? Good old Mississippi here. Hey, nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I'd love to visit some more states. So I grew up in like California, and then I live in Utah. And I've been to most of like the western states and a couple like central states. The farthest east I've gone is I went to Florida a few years back, but not much else other than that. I'd love to visit more states though. That'd be fun. Mainly for the food, man. I want to try out all the different types of food. Thanks for the sub on YouTube, guys. I appreciate that. Hi from the Netherlands. Thing is, your stream is at a time just after dinner. Yeah, dude, I think that's most of it, Caesar. Yeah, I think I'm right as everyone's getting home or getting after dinner for a lot of the other countries and the time zones. And so it just meshes well. Which is good, man. I like having all the unique perspectives. Master Blaster community. Yeah. We all just want to get those 4 LPs, man. Hey, Anonymous, thanks for giving Raven a sub, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for investing in the community, man. How's it going? Schnitzel yummy? Nice, dude. Okay. That makes 2 of us from Greece? Hey! Nice, nice. Greetings from Athens. Nice, Kane. Yeah, we don't have much Greek food here. There's a couple restaurants. I don't know how authentic they are though. I think there's like 2 or 3 that I know of at least that serve like Greece food. Yes, please convince Loaf to travel. If you guys don't know, Miss Lady Loaf in chat is my wife. So, although we should probably change your name, babe. It's missing an R there since the Twitch account was created prior to us getting married. So, maybe at some point we should change that. Oh my, what was that? Thanks so much. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I would have a sub by now, but sadly my pride. No, you're good, dude. You're good, Raven. Subbing is never a requirement, man. I'm just happy to have some people to come hang out and chat while we play video games, dude. Yeah, it's just about being a community, having fun together. On that note, I'm from Denmark. Nice, Rico. I think we got a couple people from Denmark as well. That's what's up, man. I visited Chicago in September, had some Greek food. It was decent, but not really Greek. Yeah. Most food isn't really, like, truly authentic unless you're in that country, right? Have you talked her into playing anything with you? Yeah, she's played Torchlight Infinite. So that's the only one. So she doesn't have a gaming PC. So that's the only like action RPG she's really played. Just because she could play it on her phone. And then she plays Pokemon Unite with my son and me. And so that's kind of like a Dota type gameplay, League of Legends, but like a little bit simpler. She's played a few games. Just wanted to pop in and say your detailed breakdown on the Frostward Remaster really helped me get over a wall with my build. 10 out of 10. Hey, Nick, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm glad it's working out. I find thanks. Love the efforts you put on your guides. I'm creating my own Frostclaw build with Elemental Novas. Still have to figure out our mana issues, though. But Ward and DPS are insane. Nice, JP. Yeah, it can be really strong, yeah, the Frostclaw build. Just a few more things to balance on it, but that's dope, man. Yeah, I think creating your own build really helps you understand the game better. I think like following a couple guides and understanding certain mechanics is good, and then using that knowledge to swap over and try your own things is the way to go for sure. Sometimes I don't use it for many months, and the one time I really want to use it, it's already gone. Oh, it's all good, Raven. No worries, man. For Pally, what do you think about the gloves called the Rule of Simon? So, if you haven't been around, I'm so bad with names, man. I have goldfish brain. Let me look at it. Which ones you're talking about here? Hold on. Oh, for the fire nados? Nah, I wouldn't. So the main purpose of using those gloves would be for armor shred. Armor shred is one thing Pally does not have any lack of. So every single one of my idols has shred on it. So I have an insane amount of shred already. So I don't really need shred. But what my gloves give me is an absurd amount of cast speed. And then it also, the base type that you can't get is 18% of armor mitigation also applies to damage over time. Dots are what get you killed in high corruption. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't use them. I haven't been that active on Twitch lately. Yeah, me neither until the game launched, honestly. I'm not really good at video gaming, but I try on the easier games. No, you do good. You do good. Finally got my second Herald of the Scurry, 0 LP again, but way better rolled, so I can finally test out. Nice, dude. Nice, Raven. Congrats, man. So you just had to swap up builds for a little bit, that's all. Evening love. Hey, Pockets, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I found a +3 Smite Relic. Let's go, Code! Hey, make sure you hit it unlike mine. I have my 2 LP, or my 2 Smite, but dude, I'm still really sad I bricked that 3 LP unique relic, but oh well, is what it is. Hey Nick, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate you. Hey, how's it going, Fuzzy? I got you here in a second, man. I did my own, but I was way too DPS heavy. Yeah, this game is very different in scaling compared to other action RPGs. Whereas most games, most action RPGs, you just scale offense and you try to one-shot everything before it hits you. Last Epoch has way too many off-screen mechanics, and so defense is actually king in this game. It's much better to have a defensive heavy character than an offensive heavy character. And that's kind of a weird learning curve for a lot of people coming into the game. Hi dude, hey Shadow, how's it going, man? Alright Fuzzy, we got some smoothie that I made this morning in my coffee cup. That's the only hydrate I got at the moment. I had Circle of Fortune rank 9, very slow progress because I always started over around level 90-ish. Aw, dude, you'll get there. Yeah, dude, wait till you hit rank 10, man. It is gonna feel so good once you get to rank 10. You start duplicating everything. That's why it was so hard for me to want to go to try the merchant, man. It's like, dude, I'm gonna lose all of my duplicate drops, and they're so nice. I'm about to hit level 6. Ah, that's alright, man. Coffee smoothie, that sounds good. I did drink a coffee right before this, but yeah, just a smoothie in a coffee cup. I'm not quite that crazy. Put a smoothie inside my coffee, but maybe it'd be good. I guess it'd just be kind of like an iced coffee, maybe with a couple of fruits in it or something. Boys, we're gonna get a healing hands helmet today. That's our goal, is to slam healing hands on an LP helmet. It's the only thing I want. If I can get that, build will feel amazing. It already feels good, but I want that extra area of effect. Let's go up that way. By the way, I usually watch via YouTube, name's random. Oh yeah, randoms. But since someone gifted me a sub, I have to honor it and stick with Twitch. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Twitch does run a little bit better, I feel like, than YouTube on the streams. Well, I want a coffee smoothie now. Yeah. I'm sure you can make one, man. You have to let me know how it tastes. What's up, Love? Congrats on 2K subs. I respect to Lightning Runemaster last night. Definitely clearing monos much faster. Hey, nice, dude. Thank you, man. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Getting that it was crazy because I was trying so hard to push for 1K subs for the longest time, and then now we're already double that. It's absolutely nuts the amount of support we've been getting, man. Using a T7 spell crit on chess and it's blasting. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, once you get a little bit more cast speed and intellect, I would try to swap over to a lightning or a crit multi for lightning skills. But yeah, that should definitely hold you over early on to help you get that crit cap. Hello, hope you're doing well. Hey, what's up, noob? I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? This fine morning / evening, depending on where everyone's located. Hey Loaf, any tips on getting used to Flame Rush for a PoE player? I keep feeling like it's going to get me killed sooner or later. It took me about a day to get used to it, man. Just like playing it for 7 hours straight. But after I got used to it, I feel like it's one of the best movement skills that Mage has. It is a little buggy sometimes, and so what I had learned is you really want to avoid the edges. Don't go near walls. So always try to stay kind of in the middle of the pathing that you're going to, and then you shouldn't really run into any issues. But yeah, man, I would just give it like a day or two. It'll start feeling like second nature after a while. What the hell? That's not the keybind I meant to click. There we go. Hey, Glyph of Insight, let's go. Hey, Loaf, hey, Starfall, how's it going, man? Howdy, howdy. What's your opinion on double Jor rings of T7 intelligence on LP? It's just a huge boost on the dash skill, but 33% uptime. I don't know. I don't know about double. One's pretty good. It's definitely not a bad idea, and it can give you a huge damage spike. The downside is losing 2 opal rings is you're losing 20% cooldown reduction, which is going to lower your uptime on Flame Ward. It's pretty easy to get 100% uptime on the Runic Invocation Frost Shield, but lowering your Flame Ward uptime is going to hamper your defenses. So good offensive gain. But yeah, I think throwing in 1 is definitely a decent compromise that you can do. Sadly, there's just no way to make up the really... I guess you get a little bit of cooldown reduction from the intellect, but it doesn't scale as heavy as just getting like flat cooldown would be. Question of the day, what is in your smoothie? It's bananas, blueberries, some weird red fruit that's not watermelon. I'm trying to think what it is. It came in like a... I just bought like a bag of like this like frozen fruit stuff that's like for specific smoothies. So I don't like individually put it together. I just like scoop out a cup of like all these frozen fruits and slam it in there. But it's a good variety. And then I put a little bit of apple juice in there. The apple juice adds a little bit of sugar, just so it's got a little bit of extra flavor in it and adds a better consistency. And then that's it. That's the smoothie. I want to try Lich or Warlock, but I don't know who would have better clear speed. Oh shit! I was looking away, boys, and I think I just tanked a Wingari's Fire. Yes, I did. I didn't have like any ward. My bad. Was that my Exalted Chestbeast node? Of course it was. It's all good, it's all good. Lich is very one-dimensional. If you've never played a Lich before, it can be really fun. But every Lich build is basically built the same, as far as like skills go, and that gets really boring fast. But if you've never played one before, then it could be a really cool, unique experience. I feel like Lich is a little more gear-heavy, there's some kind of benchmarks you need to get in order for it to feel good. Because your goal is to have 100% uptime in your Reaper form. So getting that can sometimes be annoying. So really fast though, really strong, can do some really good damage, and you're really tanky when you have Death Seal in Reaper form going, but then you can feel really squishy when you don't. So those are kind of the pros and cons of that. Warlock seems really strong. I haven't really messed around with Warlock too much outside of like the test server. But But a lot of Warlock's builds right now are using bugged mechanics, so I don't know how strong they'll be after those bugged mechanics are gone. So they both have pros and cons. But I think if you're just going for overall speed, I think Lich would probably end up being faster. I don't know, maybe there's some like super zoom Warlock build going around that's like absolutely nuts. Who knows? Hey Loaf, is there a good guide for this type of build? I should have one coming out soon, Round. So I just hit level 100 today. So I try not to do build guides unless I at least have the character at level 100. I have tomorrow off. So tomorrow I won't be streaming. I'm trying to take at least one day off a week. And so I'll probably start looking at putting together the build for the build guide on YouTube. I don't know if I'm gonna want to farm up a couple more pieces first to and try to push that 1,000 corruption. So I don't know if it'll be this tomorrow that I'll be working on the build guide, or if I'll wait till next week and just do some kind of like short video on either like a teaser or like explaining some kind of game mechanic or crafting mechanic. I don't know. I'll have some kind of video probably out tomorrow though. I need to add more content to the YouTube. So. But yeah, we'll have something soon. We'll have something soon, man. In the meantime, if you just wanted to do exclamation point build, yeah, there you go, Ryan. You already got it. That will at least give you the build planner for it, and then you can help. And then you can just ask questions in the stream, and I'll help you kind of get everything rounded out. There we go. Now I'm motivated to learn how to make loot filters. Loot filters are dope, man. Yeah, definitely learn how to make your own new filters at some point. It'll make you better at the game as well. For sure, for sure. Sounds yum. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit behind on the Twitch chat. Hey Loaf, I think I whispered you my Enigma. You'll get 1 point from the Catalyst, 2-star. Okay, you're helping star out. Cool. Just updated the build according to your new guide. Feels good so far. Yeah, Krollik? For Rune Master? I didn't get any whispers, by the way, guys. If you did whisper me, I did not get those whispers. At level 79? Dope, dude. Dope. Hell yeah. That's why I switched away from my Warlock. Seemed really strong, but because of all the buggy talk, I stepped away. Didn't want to get too invested when it might get killed. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's one of the risks you play if you're playing like a build that's using a lot of like bugged mechanics for its offense and defense. Is there's a very realistic possibility that it might get nerfed mid-cycle. So, did you stream leveling this build? I really want to learn the leveling portion of the game and how to transition into endgame builds. Yeah, I streamed everything on there, man. All the VODs should be available on YouTube. I don't save my VODs on Twitch anymore because they tend to flag me a lot for my DMCA free music, and I don't want to get a strike even though I am in accordance to their rules. But yeah, all the VODs are available on YouTube, man. I didn't do any like skip mechanics, so I didn't do any like dungeon skip stuff or anything like that. I just went through the campaign normal and just kind of did it at a more of like a chill pace. Since I was in no rush, you know, just making content, having a good time talking to stream. But yeah, it should give you a good insight on kind of like my thought process as I was going through leveling and how to like gear and stuff like that. I didn't really know the exact direction I wanted to go with the build either yet, because it was still kind of all a theorycraft. So it kind of shows you me going through that process, which I think is good. And kind of feeling out when the proper time to switch was, and all of that. Oh, thank you for the help. So I'm try Warlock now, find some builds, start farming some items. I'm playing on your build room master. Hey, nice, Shadow. Perfect. Yeah, hopefully that helps you out, Ryan. Have you seen PoE teasers? I have not. Did they put out some new ones? I've seen like all the old stuff, but if there's something new that came out today, I have not seen it. Have you yet to find a ladle and catalyst? Starfall, are you playing on? You're playing on COF, right? Just set up a whole bunch of offhand catalyst unique rewards for your prophecies, and you should like instantly find a Enigma. Enigma's really easy to target farm on the prophecies. I have an extra ladle for sure. Enigma's pretty easy to get with the circle. Can you trade items after you stash them? I have a 1 LP. So if you're in COF, how you have to trade is by getting resonance. Resonance drop by playing with that person. So if it's a 0 LP item, you can trade it when you get a gold resonance. And those are really, really easy to get. What you want to do is just enter an arena map inside of your echoes. And just do that together, and you'll get one in probably like 5-10 minutes. If you want to trade something with LP on it, you're actually gonna have to play a little bit with each other. You need to get like, I think it's called like a Prime Resonance or something like that, or Divine or something. And those are actually kind of rare. You're probably gonna need to play a couple hours with them to drop one. Yeah, if you've got like an extra 0 LP, something you want to give to somebody, super easy to give that away. Yeah, the Room Master still needs level 80 struggling real hard. Yeah, just try to get as much intellect on your character as possible, Krolik. Just every piece that can have intellect, get intellect on it. You should be able to push like 300 corruption without any uniques, honestly. I got 1 Enigma and 1 heart from there. It was not very expensive. Yeah. The new season teaser and PoE 2 small teaser came out? Okay. When I watch videos on stream, they don't come through very loud, so I'd have to adjust some like audio settings. So I'll probably just watch it off stream, but yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that, man. That's dope. Seen the lightning build mentioned in the LE community, YouTube. Congrats, man. Oh, are you talking about Dreads? Or was it like an actual video by the LE devs? I knew about the one from Dread where he shouted me out and was like, hey, here's like the top 3 community builds I've seen. And that was super dope. Dread's a homie. I've known Dread for years. He actually raided us yesterday too. After that video came out, so yeah. Dread's definitely the homie. Grab some helms from the vendor, use Rune of Ascendance, or offhand, yeah, you can do the Runes of Ascendance trick as well. Yeah, the blessings are more effective, but if you don't have enough like favor to roll, then yeah, just grab some Rune of Ascendance and do that gamble as well, absolutely. Hey bro, how much pieces, such a percentage of shock chance on armor shred do we need for the lightning build room master? Thank you for your work. Yeah, of course, man. You only need shock in one place. So the best place to get it is probably the amulet, because unlikely you're gonna have like a 3 LP ladle. And you only need it in one place because shock only stocks. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Shock only stacks at 10 times, and you attack so fast in that build that you're gonna hit that cap almost immediately. So try to get like shock on your amulet, but if you can't, you can try to get it slammed on top of the ladle. And then armor shred is good. You're gonna get some for free on the ladle, but if you ideally can get that on the amulet as well, that would be fantastic for your single target damage. Oh my god, why am I not getting any word? I just kept getting like stunned over and over. What the hell is up with that? I really want to get stun avoidance on my rings. I think that would make a world of a difference on this build. Because the only time I die is when I'm like not attacking. If I'm attacking, I'm basically unkillable. swear I've clicked this like 8 times, but all these smite guys just keep casting at me from like 8 screens away. Cool, thanks. I'll check that out. No worries, no worries. No, I know of the golden and obsidian resonance, but can you use an obsidian res on a unique you already have, already slammed on? I don't know the requirements on it. It should tell you on the resonance itself. I haven't used any because I really haven't played that much multiplayer. I've used a gold resonance with some of my buddies that I like power level just to give them like a random unique. But I haven't messed around too much with the other version. So I don't know if it lets you trade already slammed items or if you have to give them the LP item prior to being slammed. Is it normal that every now and then there comes out an Orbis that just randomly one-shots? 9 out of 10 are free. He's really random with his abilities he can use, and a couple of his abilities will one-shot you. And then he also gets the modifiers from your echoes. So if you have something that gives him like a shit ton of void damage or something, or maybe in rages where you get him to half health and he rages, then you're going to be way more likely to get one shot. So yeah, most of the time I don't even look at the mods until I'm like high corruption, but high corruption Orbises don't fuck around. I messed my first LP one ladle trying to get cast speed, but got ignite instead, which kind of sucks. Oh, that's rough, Bahu. Tarlef, didn't fully hear you. What did you say about the ideal to get on the neck besides chance to shock? Shred armor. Armor shred chance is really, really strong. You get a little bit for free on the ladle, but if you can get some extra on the amulet, it would be really good. Yeah. Pushing corruption feels so slow, especially if you're doing a second character, sadly. Yeah, it sucks that you have to redo it. They've talked about it and said they do want to change how the alts work, though. So that should be coming, hopefully sooner than later, but... yeah, losing those gazes really sucks, Raven. I feel ya. On RM, I totally skipped CDR to focus on word, able to tank gas bar 600 plus corruption without moving. Building 50k word pretty fast. I'll see if it's possible on higher corruption. Yeah, dude. Getting extra word is definitely a solid defense, but you'll have a lower uptime on your damage mitigations, which tends to play a lot more of a role when you push higher corruption. But I was able to tank pretty much everything 600 plus corruption. It wasn't until I'm like 850-ish that I started running into issues with like tanking stuff. Yeah, you're gonna lose those hit damage reductions and elemental damage reductions. You'll have way less uptime on them. You play PoE too? Yeah, I do, man. Yeah, I played thousands of hours of PoE. Does crit strike chance matter for the Mad Lightning build? Yes and no. So you get a bunch of free crit chance water from stacking intelligence, and then you ramp crit by being able to chain your own Lightning Blast to yourself with the closed circuit node on the Lightning Blast tree. So if you can get a decent amount of base crit from your intelligence scaling, and then you get really fast cast speed, you can ramp your crit almost instantly to 100%. Do you think that this is intentionally way by the devs that some characters can build up on some insane word? I'm confused, but it feels completely unbalanced. I think there are some new interactions that came into place with this new patch that they didn't quite think we would be able to get to certain numbers on. So like Healing Hands is a good example of that. I don't think they anticipated us to be able to fully convert over all of the healing to ward and be able to scale the healing to such drastic amounts that leads to these like 30 plus K ward amounts. So I think that was very unintentional, but not bug related. So I think that was just a miscalculation on their part. Bye, babe. I love you. So I think there will be some changes, hopefully just to the outliers of wards. I don't think ward as a whole needs a nerf. I think they just need to nerf the outlier builds that are able to abuse the ward to insane amounts. Because if they nerf the ward too much and they don't really give us a replacement, it's going to feel like shit next patch when no one can push like 1,000 plus corruption. And I think, you know, a couple, like 1,000 to like 3,000 corruption is probably where the game should stay. I think that's realistic. Anything past that is just an absurd time investment, and I think it's stupid to encourage it. Because then it really sets apart the people who just like play 16 hours a day, and the people who play even like fucking 5 hours a day, which is a lot of gaming time. I don't think there should be that much separation, but I think like 1 to 3k corruption is probably a good spot to start putting in some halts for people. Make it really, really hard. I don't think there should be that much disparity in the builds either. I don't think the best build should be like 15k corruption or something, and then the worst, and then like a good, decent, mediocre build will only be able to do like 100, 200 corruption or something. So, yeah, I don't know. Hey, how are you doing today? Hey, Asgroth, I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing? Hey, Dempsey. You too, man. How's it going, guys? Appreciate you being here. This me or is the Spirits of Fire monolith boss easiest? I really yeah, if you're doing like an AoE build, I think the Spirits of Fire boss is the easiest. Because they generally have lower health, and so if you can cleave them all at the same time, it should be pretty easy for you to push. Hey Gore, thanks for the follow, man. How's it going? Let me get my mana back. Alright. Wiped on T4 Jewelra 10 times today due to infinite void pools and invisible void pools. Yeah, it could be a little rough the longer the fight goes, for sure. That's why if I'm not playing a build that can phase her really fast, or just nuke her, I typically drop all of the void pools, because she always drops the void pools at the same time. So whether they're invisible or not, you should be able to know when they're about to come out. So I always drop the void pools at the edge of the room if I'm not playing like a super giga DPS build. Just to be safe. Doing good, getting ready to switch to your Mad Lightning build. Great guide. Hey, thanks, Score. I appreciate that, man. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I hope the build treats you well, man. I'm still playing your shockingly Mad Lightning Slinger. He breezes through them. It's so much fun. Yeah, dude. It's really fun to clear on that build. The AoE is just so insane. Doing good, just eating dinner, so thought I'd catch your stream. Hey, what's for dinner, Dempsey? What you got on the menu today? God, I shouldn't talk about food, man. I'm so hungry. Food sounds so good right now. Maybe I'll order something. I don't know. Just something simple. Maybe like just like McDonald's or something like that. Something I can eat really fast. Oh, that sounds good. When you were testing, did you try going down the lightning side of the smite tree? Yes, I did, Rap. Yes, I did. So there's a couple reasons why I don't go lightning. Lightning, you can get a little bit more AoE through the lightning bolts. However, the lightning bolts don't really scale that well. So you have the lightning bolts here. They're not scaling off of smite's damage. They're just a different lightning spell. So it'll scale with like increased lightning damage and crit. But they really don't hit that hard, man. They're pretty weak. And so it doesn't really help with AoE that much. The upside of going lightning is you do benefit from this node more because you get 100% lightning crit multi with lightning skills. The downside of playing lightning is you can't benefit from this node right here. It gives you 100% multiplicative hit damage. I guess you could actually do that one because it's ignite. So you could get that one. So I'm lying. That's that one you can get. For some reason I thought it was fire. But it's gonna lose some of the tech. So I'm using a Soulfire amulet, which gives you a chance to get the self-ignites from the Immortal Belt, which requires you to use a fire skill. So it says here, chance to ignite yourself when you use a fire or necrotic skill. So we lose the fire tag when we convert, so we don't get the 100% more ignited, or armor while ignited, which is really good. And then also, we can't use Throne of Ambition. What Throne of Ambition does is it gives you a stack of ambition every time you use a fire skill, and it stacks to give you 40% more fire damage, which is like insane single target, and it gives me 40% more armor. So I'm able to armor cap just with this guy right here. So our single target plummets to the ground with going to lightning damage versus fire. So that's the big thing, is just using the synergy tech between these two, and then using the Throne of Ambition, where I think fire comes out on top there. So lightning, a little bit more AoE, way less single target damage. Chicken casserole, thought I'd experiment a bit. I don't usually have it. Chicken casserole's good, man. Nice. On the Mad Lightning Brewmaster is such a big difference in damage once you get your Enigma and Heart. Holy shit. Yeah, dude, it's a big difference. Yo, I got a sub. Yeah, you did, Zapox. I think you got a sub yesterday, man. Yo, Lev, what do you prefer, COF or Market Faction? Uh-oh, Scal. Uh-oh, you've opened up a can of worms. I vastly prefer COF. I think that the current Merchant guild is really shittily implemented, and they are trying to control the market way too much, and it is backfiring on them and creating a bad experience. How many gazes would you recommend collecting for killing Oribus? I normally get 2 to 3. So I normally pick a direction from this. I beeline that direction, and I go as far as I can until it forces me to kill a Shade of Oribus. Good to know. Thanks for the help. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, no worries. There's people who are playing Lightning, and I've seen them playing it, and they work. It's just I want to be different. I want to try out new things and use different tech. And I think that the main purpose of this character is just to have like absurdly good bossing, and I do that much better playing fire than I do lightning. But if you're wanting to stack like damage over time and go electrify, I think lightning's really strong. And that has even better AoE because you can make your electrify as pro lift. So that's another really strong way to play the smite version, is to play electrify. Hey Lunatic, thanks for the follow, man. How's it going? Is there a way to change the LP stat once you put it on there already? There is not a way to change the legendary slams once it is on there. So you slam it and you pray, and if you get unlucky, you gotta go find another piece of gear. Did you ever drop the famous Ravenous Void Gauntlets? Not since 1.0, JP. I do have a pair on my offline account. Okay, good segue with that. Do any of you guys have an Orion's Eye? My buddy, who is new to the game, didn't know that that is supposed to be an insanely rare drop, and he has 2 of them. One of them has LP on it. I got my COF to 10, but I'm leveling my merchant right now. Yeah, the merchant is, I feel like, almost useless unless you're rank 10, and it just really benefits the 1%. And I am the 1%, right? Like, so that would benefit me drastically playing Merchant's Guild. I would very much be able to abuse the system and make tons and tons of money, I'm sure. It's just I don't want to engage in that kind of game mechanic. Also, I think it really, with how cheap you can get a lot of the stuff, or at least used to be able to, it kind of killed it for me where it's like, oh, I don't even have to try to put my gear together. As long as I'm a no life and I can get to rank 10 before everybody else, I can just buy all my 4 LP uniques for 0 gold. I think now it's finally starting to fix itself, where stuff is like 200 million gold. But all the 1 percenters already have all their items. They went and like pre-bought everything at 4 LP, and they just have it all stashed away when nobody else could buy LP items. So I really hope they change that in the next season, and then maybe I'll play Merchant's Guild. It's just not something I want to engage with and encourage this time around. But if you have fun that way, you have fun that way, you know, do you. But yeah, I just think they did a really bad job at that, which makes me sad. Hey guys, thanks for that sub on YouTube, I appreciate that. So far I've been collecting 2 gazes and then killing them because I was too scared to lose too much time if I die. Yeah, you want 2 to 3. It starts giving you diminishing return if you collect more than that. Yep. I got an LP1. Nice, dude. No Orient's. Oh, you got a LP1 Orient's Eye? Yeah, Goose is the guy that has Orient's Eye. Has 2 of them. Orient's Eye, but I have dropped a 2 LP Ravenous Void on my offline account. Yeah? Yeah, I don't have LP on either of mine for my offline account, but I do have 1 pair of gloves and 1 amulet. Did get a +4 hammer throw for 1 million, but yeah, I see a lot of problems with it. Yeah. I don't know. I like doing trade in other games. Like, I like doing trade in PoE. I don't like the lack of quality of life in the trade in PoE. But yeah, I think it's really fun. So I wish the system was better. I just don't like it when they heavily control it. If only they could change COF's 9th rank to something related to... Yeah. COF is not perfect, but COF is really fun to engage with. But yeah, if they could add some kind of boss stuff, COF would be so good. That's the only thing missing. COF definitely has the upper hand on getting like the super crazy LP stuff for random drops. But yeah, for boss drops, it's definitely harder. I have a Ravenous Void and Orient's Cycle. Do you? Not sure what I'm going to use the Ravenous. Ravenous used to be insane. It did hit a heavy nerf, though. Yeah, it used to be like one of the most busted items in the game, where it's like, oh, you have defensive problems? Get a Ravenous Void, and now you don't have defensive problems. But it's not quite that way anymore. Is there a way to put a stat you want on an LP item 100%? No, there is no deterministic values for LP. It is a unweighted 100% gamble. So it's not weighted towards getting your Exalted mod or anything like that. It literally is just rolling a dice, picking a number between 1 and 4, and grabbing that item and slamming it on there. Yeah, zero weight. Which mono do you push high corruption on? The RM? Does it really matter? Just curious. I normally... So this is for every character suspect. I push the monolith based on the boss drop that I need. That's the rarest for the build. So on the Rune Master, I did Reign of Dragons because the hardest boss drop to get with LP was the Twisted Heart. So that's why I went and pushed that one. For this build, I'm doing Age of Winter because the only boss drop I use that can get LP is the Yulia's Path. And so I'm eventually going to try to get one that's over 100% healing effectiveness and then has like 2 or 3 LP. That's my goal. The only other boss drop that comes from Monolith besides that is the Throne of Ambition, and that can't get LP on it. So, yeah, that's typically how I pick that. 14. Okay, let's go with this one. You get so many more exalted items in COF versus Merchant is what I'm finding too. LP as well. Yeah, you get a lot more LP stuff that naturally found. You get a lot more exalted. There's a lot more target farming. So if you like want something and you don't have the gold to buy it for like merchants or something in COF, you can be like, oh, I need this. I'm gonna go set up a bunch of prophecies for that, and I'm gonna get a whole bunch of other stuff along the way. And I find that really fun. And then it also gives you more of that feeling of, oh shit, I just got this unique item with like 3 LP on it. This would make a really cool build for this, and now I know what the next character I want to play is. So I really like that feeling. I'd love, yeah. Prophecies track better. I feel like some of them just don't track for some obscure reason. Yeah, it's definitely not a perfect system with COF. It's good, but yeah, it could use some work on some of that for sure. Thank you. Of course, Suspect. Of course. Did you ever... Oh, yeah. No, I already read that. Okay. Reign of Dragons is also my highest by far. I need 2 Twisted Hearts for my Warlock and my Rune Master. Yeah? What build are you playing on Warlock again? I can't remember. So when you want to slam an item, you'd want the exalted item with all good 4 stats. Yeah, if I'm doing a rare unique that's like are hard to get LP on, yeah, you want all 4 stats to be good. So no matter what you get, even if you don't get the thing you're looking for, it's still solid, right? Oh, you played Torment? Okay. Yeah, Torment's really good. At a certain point, I have the feeling that COF is not worth anymore. I got over 80 exalted boost drop with 1 boss, and only 1 pair is the possibility to prove my set. Then it no longer feels rewarding. I don't know. I feel like I don't always get what I'm looking for every time I complete a prophecy, but that's just RNG, right? But I typically can get what I'm looking for at least like in a day. So like yesterday, I wanted Smite relics. I got 2 Smite relics that were T6 exalted. So I'm normally able to get at least something to work on. And a few hours ago, I had like 6 Glyphs of Despair. Now I have 60. This tells you something about CFR. Yeah. You talk about PoE and it makes me so tempted to try it again, but I feel like I need so much mental effort. Yeah, that is the downside of PoE. Level 98 for now though, because it's really boring. Oh, I'm sorry. When I get off work, I'll try to explain why I feel like you're thinking of subjectively towards Merchant's Guild without trying it out, but I sell rares for 200k gold, 4 LP items, got like 50 mil into the bill. I get where you're coming from, dude. People have fun in different ways. But I think their gating of the merchant is really killing it for me. Yes, it would be a lot of fun for me to get lots of really powerful items really fast because I am that 1%. That doesn't mean I don't think it's a shitty system. The market is balancing out a lot now. I think it is getting better. But that doesn't stop the fact that all of the 1%ers still got like all those 4 LP items for like every build they could ever want for 0 gold. Hey bro, how's the Pally build looking so far? Really good, man. You want to see a shade kill? As long as it doesn't poison, I should be able to tank everything. Alright, what do we got? Void pools? Tentacles? Chaos Slams. Lightning. Yeah, we should be good. Shouldn't have anything I can't tank. Easy. Let's go. At 2 LP, not bad. With T7 stats, go for like 800k through 4 million gold now. Yeah, it's getting better. But yeah, it still doesn't stop what had already happened and the damage that had already occurred with the market. That's my point. You plan on doing a guide for it? Yeah, man, I will. I just got to 100 today, so there's a couple more things I want to farm out on the character. So I still need like a better helmet that has. I either need to get a Prismatic Gaze with LP, or I need to get a Peak of the Mountain with T7 Healing Hands, or even T6 is fine. But yeah, if I can get that, I think the build will be a lot closer to what I want it to be. Why does Poison feel like it hits harder than anything in this game? Scal event, you should have seen old LE, man. Poison used to run this game. I hope they fix the bugged Stygian Coal unique. Oh, the beams? Yeah. I hear there's still some builds that are really strong using it as a growth, but yeah, that looks like a really, really fun build too. Yeah, dots used to be way better, dude. They already nerfed all the really good poison builds, man. They used to be absurdly broken. Almost every bugged build in this game, I feel like, ends up using dots, though. It's harder to balance dots for sure. Or they end up either being really, really weak or really, really strong. It's hard to have a middle ground. Did you level with Smite, by the way? Yeah, Disco, I did. You don't get Smite and Healing Hands until level 25. So I played Hammers until level 25, and then as soon as I hit 25, I switched over and just started, like, one-shotting everything in the campaign. It was really, really strong. Healing Hands hard carried the AoE, and Smite hard carried the single target. It felt really good, man. Them snake tornadoes got me running for my life. Yeah, dude. Oh, you mean by the enemies? Yeah. Yeah, dots are the scariest thing in high corruption, and it's not even close. Yeah, our builds got nerfed for dots, unless you're playing a bugged warlock. However, the enemies' dots did not get a nerf. Never lucky. All good. Yeah. Poison in this game is very scary if the enemy has it. I think I forgot to update the corruption. 677, we're getting there. Yeah, hopefully I can push out this corruption pretty fast, and that way it'll be a lot easier for me to get to the build guide. Sadly, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 1,000 today. But I might make maybe 800 or so. Or we'll probably be pretty close. As long as everything keeps feeling smooth and I don't hit any kind of walls or any of my like lacking damage reduction or anything, I'll probably hit like 800 or something. The Ice Blizzard, the Minotaurs do hurt as well if you don't see it, but I don't know if that's dots. No, that's not. That's all hit damage. Yeah. But yeah, those they hit you really fast, which makes it harder for a lot of builds to recoup. Crazy how much faster you are than me. I'm still farming my blessings. I only got one timeline, almost 300 corruption. Nah, dude, it comes with time, man. It comes with time. Yeah, you'll get it, man. You should see me push corruption when I'm not talking to chat. If I'm just like solo focused on playing the game, man, I'm like probably at least 40% faster. It does slow down because I go on like rants occasionally and start talking about shit, or stop what I'm doing to like show somebody how to do something. So if I didn't have all those breaks in there too, it'd be even faster. Oh, could you briefly explain why Bone Climber 2 with LP is good for the Rune Master build? It can give you, I think, 18 intelligence, and you can slam a T6, T7 intelligence on top of that. That alone makes it insane. And then you get a bunch of nice word per second with all the necrotic res, and you should be super overcapped. And it gives you a decent chunk of armor as well. So it just really spikes up that intellect to insane levels. But yeah, Bone Climber is really, really strong. It just has a whole bunch of extra layers of offense and defense for you. At least I got 3 blessings, 100% locked now. Armor percentage are like the lowest possible roll for farming those now. Nice, dude. Okay, yeah. As long as you're getting the rolls themselves, it doesn't matter. And if you're You'll eventually get the higher ones. The armor percentage one is really kind of hard. I got really lucky on the very first one I got on this guy, where I almost got a max roll, and then I've probably gotten like 15 more since then, or 20, and they've all been like 25, 30% or some shit, like right on the low end. So I got one. Is it better for any other builds? Perhaps I should save it. It's good for mostly mage builds. And then like some acolyte builds, because acolyte gets access to a lot of the necrotic res. So yeah, it depends. But if you're planning on playing the mage build for a little bit, or want to make the mage build really min max, then I would go for that. But it's pretty good for acolyte too. They're gonna focus more on the necrotic stacking than just having the extra intellect. But intellect is pretty good for a lot of their skills too. Oh my god, I died. Really? I guess I don't have the extra elemental damage. I should really swap this. I hit a bad roll on the peak of the helmet. That's crazy. Whereas this gives me 10% less LE damage taken. I'm gonna swap that back. Because the 7% mana's good, but that 11 health regen really sucks. That's funny. Okay, it'll happen occasionally. Nice, might have to try that Bone Clamor. By far got over 30 drops of that helmet. Yeah, I haven't got a single 2 LP one either. And I've definitely gotten like around that amount too. And those tigers hurt, dude. What the fuck? I wonder if they're doing damage over time because it's a channel skill, or if that's hit damage. Because it seems like it hits way harder than any other fire skill. I bet it is damage over time. It might not necessarily be an ignite, but I bet it's a damage over time channel. Which my armor mitigation wouldn't apply to, and that's kind of the only mitigation that Paladin gets. Get through normal monos fast is the goal, to find Orbis and kill him and rinse and repeat. I feel like I'm missing something. For normals, it's just, yeah, pushing as far away from the center. If you get an Orbis, you can do that to help finish it faster. But most of the time I finish it before I even see the first Orbis. You're just rushing objectives and trying to get as far away from the center piece as possible. I only ever do helmet prophecies for my Scurry, and my Warlock needs to be Bone Clamor, so I thought it's the best choice for now. Yeah, Bone Clamor is pretty dope, man. Very, very strong helmet. I have a 2 LP Gaze for you if you don't find one. Oh, that's alright, man. Yeah, we'd have to get a Resonance to trade it since I'm not Merchant IO. But thank you. Yeah, it would take way too long to get the Resonance for that. Yeah, I've got 3 1LP Gazes, but the problem is it rolled minimum crit. So you have to get that flat crit roll to be high too. So like mine right now is a 3%er. So if I could get a 1LP with at least 3% on there, it'd be pretty good. And I'm at the point now where I've got most of my other gear that I can start setting my prophecies up for unique helmet drops. I just didn't focus on that before because it is a much rarer drop than most helmets. So it would take me a lot more time investment, and it was better to use my resources to get all the other stuff I could get really quick for the power spike. But now I'm at the point where I'm probably just going to start focusing on my helmet. I really want that extra levels of healing hands, because then I can up my area clear a lot. Do you recommend auto-casting Holy Aura? It should be around like 60% uptime for some extra damage. You can. I don't. I just time it when I'm about to, oh my god, dude. I'm so stupid. I just stood in a Wingari Spire. Wingari Spires are cold damage over time as well. And I dropped a fucking ladle. There's no way. There's no way I'm that stupid. Oh, RIP ladle, boys. Hey, does anyone need a ladle? But yeah, you can autocast it if you want, man. I just normally use it for whenever I feel like I need the burst of damage. But it wouldn't be bad to autocast it. It's just really annoying having, because streaming, I end up tabbing out a lot. And so it helps fix that problem where I'm having to constantly worry about tabbing out. 4 LP ladle gone, I know, right? It probably was. That was my 4 LP ladle, guys. I dropped one, I'm just gonna say I did. Of course it's the mage that has the ladle. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Wingari spires are definitely the rippiest of all of the spires. Even the poison spires don't hit as hard as the Wingaria ones do. That's kind of just always been the case in the game. D4? What's your question, Hex? How do I feel about D4? Be a little bit more specific, and I'll give you my opinions. How fast should I go bother farming the belt for smite? If you're using a Soulfire, then you really want the belt, because it's going to be very rare that you're ever able to get the benefits from Soulfire unless you do have the belt. Bonus corruption if I kill the next Oribus. Never had so much in one. Hey, nice Raven. I'm glad it's working out for you now. Getting a little bit more gains on the corruption, man. See, that's all. You just needed some advice on how to set that up, man. Now you got it. If you leave a faction, does your rank reset back to tier 1? It goes to whatever the highest faction is you have on another character. So if you already have a T10 of that same faction that you're switching to, then it should just stay at T10. And you probably don't run Soulfire until you get Smite levels on it, correct? I ran one because I had a healing effectiveness one prior, but so the Smite levels are really big. And it's really easy to get LP on Soulfire. But yeah, I would typically slam one before, but it's going to give you more spell damage, and it's going to give you 100% increased armor. So that armor caps me. Yeah, and then the other alternative is the Weaver's Will unique. So if you guys have a Weaver's Will unique, got one laying around here somewhere. So if you have one of these guys, and it hits Smite levels on there, so if you can get like +2 to like or higher Smite levels, then these are really good too. So that'll give you +1 to all your skills, and it'll give you a good chunk of armor, and it applies to dots as well. So that one's also really strong. So. It just depends on which one you can get with Smite levels on there. It's a quiz. D4 equals 3 letters. Yeah, I must be stupid, Hex. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're saying, my guy. Yeah, it's like, no clue where the +82 bonus came from, though. Oh, is it because you have another timeline that's higher corruption? You get extra bonus corruption if you have another timeline on that character that is a much higher corruption. So I bet that's the case there for you, man. Sorry, I didn't realize that's what you were saying earlier. Hex is calling me, I know the answer. My brain's already trying to do 10 things at once, Hexes. You can't start quizzing me too. Bad. Oh yeah, sorry, I got the wrong. My Reign of Dragons is much higher for sure. Oh yeah, there you go, there you go. Yeah, that's why. That's why. What would be better for damage? 3 LP Peak of the Mountain or the Gaze? No need to pronounce the name, by the way. Are you saying an un-LP prismatic gaze, or are you talking about a 3 LP bone clamor, or I mean not bone clamor, Peak of the Mountain versus an un-LP prismatic gaze? If you had a 3 LP Peak of the Mountain versus an un-LP prismatic gaze, then the Peak of the Mountain would definitely win in damage. It can give you about the same, if not more, crit, depending on how it rolls on the crit. And then obviously getting extra levels of healing hands is going to be a nice area clear bump. And then you could also get like another damage stat on there. Or possibly even getting like percentile armor or something like that, which would be really nice. So yeah, the extra LP would definitely give it the advantage. If you're going 3 LP versus 3 LP, then Prismatic Gaze wins hands down. It gives you Ellie Shred, it gives you less damage taken from elemental damage, and it gives you crit. But yeah, it's pretty easy to farm the Peak of the Mountain, so... Are any of the COF items bases good? Any of the farming them apart from the gambling? I don't think any of them are really that good. I don't remember seeing any where I'm like, oh, that's a sick base. So I think they're all pretty subpar. Ooh. That would save me a bunch of time getting those of other timelines over 200% for more blessing choices. Yeah, that's true. That would help you farm the blessing a little bit. Oh, and let's see. How do you do this? That's supposed to be an A, so Pandastic. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Sorry, my brain just melted looking at that name. What did you switch from hammer leveling to smite build? I switched at level 25. So what you're looking for is once you can get 5 points into the paladin tree and you can get healing hands, then you swap to smite and healing hands. And then you just need to make sure on your healing hands tree that you're taking this node here first, Searing Light. That's going to make it actually do damage. And then these 4 points here. That way Smite is always casting healing hands for you. So that way Smite will carry your single target damage when it comes down. And then it'll do a big AoE splash of damage to everything else around it to give you your area clear. Smite's really bad to level with if you don't have area clear. And so the healing hands completely solves that during the leveling process. Got both 3 LP, and I got a T7 healing hands, just asking to see what to slam. Thank you. Hey, congrats, dude. That's fucking dope, man. Yeah, I bricked my T7 healing hand slam yesterday. At some point, though, today, I might be swapping it up and farming some Lightless Arbor, just to try to get a LP helmet if I can't get the Prismatic Gaze with my favor. Alright, guys. Yeah, I really hope I'm not getting more sick, guys. I'm still not feeling better from before. And then this morning I end up fucking throwing up. So, yeah, hopefully I do alright and I can make it all the way through stream. But I am struggling today. Trying to do my best for you guys. So I apologize if I'm like a little bit low energy today. That saved me a bunch of time. Yeah, XMLS just dropped a 2 LP wand. That is a nerfed ladle or something. It's just called Alchemist Ladle. Oh yeah, that's the original ladle cane. Oh, that's rough, man. I'm sorry. I've got a 3 LP version of those. Yeah, those aren't typically very good for many builds, sadly. The Mad Alchemist Ladle is where it's at. Hello there. Hey, what's up, Chalice? Not to be that guy, but if you're really not feeling that well, I wouldn't choose McDonald's for food. Why not? Come on, man. I had a smoothie. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm American. It'll be alright. We eat like shit all the time. Don't overdo yourself today. Yeah, if it becomes a problem, I'll stop stream early, but I'm good for now. I'm good for now. I'd want to play video games regardless if I wasn't feeling good. I might just take a couple naps if I wasn't streaming in between it. But I gotta keep pushing, man. I gotta get the Pally ready. Hope you get better soon. Thanks, Burgers. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I probably need to go to the doctors at some point again. Last time they kind of just like, here, take some over-the-counter stuff, and hopefully it makes you feel better. So becoming a long-term problem. I think I'd probably need to go back in. Oh my god. I gotta stop looking at chat, guys. I'm starting to get higher up on corruption where I actually need to be focusing on killing shit. But if you notice, every time I'm dying, you're hearing that metal clink sound. That's me getting stunned over and over. I need to try to fit in stun avoidance on my rings, so I can actually stop getting stunned. Because if I get stunned in this build, that's when I die. Because I'm not gaining any ward, and my ward disappears so fast because you can't get ward retention on the character. So I think that needs to be a priority as well, is trying to get that stun avoidance. I looted some T7 crit multi on gloves and started crafting it when suddenly it shattered. Oh no, Chalice. I've done that before, man. I'm so sorry. I always feel better after eating McDonald's 100% of the time, even though I crave it very much now and again. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I've always feel bad after eating McDonald's. Oh, sorry, I read that. Hey, man, I've been following your Rune Master for leveling. When should I spec out of Glacier? Hold on, guys. Spec out of Glacier when you feel Lightning Blast is carrying your damage. So, just do like an Echo or like a Zone without using Glacier. See how it feels. If it feels good, drop it off. The only way I die is getting stunned. I fucking hate that sound. Yeah, it's really bad. I need to get. They buffed stun avoidance, and you can really only get it on your rings and your amulet, I believe. And obviously I'm not gonna be able to get on my amulet. I've got a fucking T7 spell damage, T5 healing healing effectiveness on there. So I really need to try to prioritize on getting it on my my rings. Yeah, of course, man. It's typically around level 50, though. Oh, I see, thank you. Yeah, of course, Glad, of course. Alright, let's try that again. I might need to actually start looking at the nodes I'm taking, too. I've been completely ignoring any downside of the nodes. Okay, we got Wingari Spire, so I do need to pay attention. So I'm not going to read chat on this one, guys. I apologize. But I'm sure I'm taking, like, dodge nodes and, like, crit avoidance nodes and all sorts of shit like that. That's probably not helping my survival rates. Wingari Spires are scary. Alright. Got one up here. Need to bait the Wingari. Okay. That one off. Now I can kill it. Alright. Yeah, that's the downside of playing Paladin. You just don't have any damage reduction. So if I'm not getting that ward, I'm just like instantly dead. Belts have hybrid health plus stun avoidance. It's pretty good. Oh, I guess you could get it on the belt too. I'd have to. That's true. I forgot that they added it there. I would have to get it as a slam, though, on my belt. So maybe at some point we can farm a new belt today. Because my slam on my belt's useless. I got endurance on it. It is 100% just a dead stat. They did fix the dungeon, so maybe we do some more dungeon farming. I wonder if I have any exalted belts with that. Maybe I add that to my exalted list for belts on my loot filter. That's not a bad idea though, man. The health stat's kind of dead because I actually don't stack any health on this build. But the yeah, the stun avoidance would be really dope. And there's not really a lot on the belt you can get that's good for this build. Like cooldown recovery is okay just for your movement ability. I already pretty much have 100% uptime of volatile reversal on bosses. And I guess the cooldown would kind of help with Holy Aura, but I don't want any of the health nodes for hybrid health and percentile health. And I could get like armor, and then I could get like fire damage. I already have cleanse on the belt I'm using right now, so I don't need cleanse. So that could be an option to get for one of the suffixes for sure. Hello, monsters? There we go. Let me add that. Oops, wrong thing. Where's it at? There's the affixes. Okay. We'll look for exalted mods for stun avoidance now. Might be worth it. Yeah, because if I could get 100% stun avoidance, this build would be goddamn near unkillable. Is there any way to secure the T7 on an item and only remove the bad stuff? No, it's 100% random. 100% random. It is not weighted at all. It'd be cool if they like added a maybe like a super rare item. Hey Tiger, thanks for the follow, man. How's it going? What build you playing, my guy? It'd be really cool if they added like a really rare item that maybe would let you tag like your exalted item, where it increases the likelihood to hit a stat based on like the tier it is or something. That'd be kind of cool. But it needs to be like as rare as like a rune of creation or something. That could be a cool new like crafting item they could add to the game. Ah, that fire hurts. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, that channel 100% is damage over time. There's no way my armor doesn't mitigate that if it's a hit damage. Do you recommend slamming a Rune of Creation on goated rings typically? Yeah, I typically use them for my rings. Or if you have like a really goated exalted item you're going to use for a slam, like a T7 like level or something, you could use it on that. That way you have 2 shots if you get another helmet. Hey Shaquille, thanks for the follow, man. Well, sorry, that was oh, let me read the other thing. Percent crit, chance shattering those gloves. I just looked at perfect implicit crystal skull, now rolling at that. Oh, sorry, that was a very numbscrex to my message. So after shattering my gloves, I just looted a perfect rolled crystal scroll. Oh, nice, dude. Fuck yeah, Chalice. Did you fix your poison res? That should be good on a belt. I did fix my poison res. It's at 70% now. Yeah, poison res is pretty good. Do you have any other builds that you haven't worked out yet that you would like to play? Yeah, I do, Mystery. I've got a few old builds I would like to revisit at some point and use some new tech with it. And then there's some other builds I'm hoping to work on. The one I want to play the most is a Warlock utilizing this unique item, the Spine of Malatros. So it turns your your spirits that come out of the fissure into flame whips. However, the item is bugged, and it doesn't actually scale with the fissure tree right now, so I'm waiting for them to fix that, but I would really love to play that build. It looks so cool. Okay, at least don't fuck it up on my part then. Guess that's good. Yeah. You have any passive points you can move around? Forge Guard skills tree has stun avoidance on it. Where's the stun avoidance located? I am kind of tight on passive points. Okay, it's on the second row. And it'd be a 5-point investment. So I would need 10 points to do that. I'm already armor capped, so that wouldn't do anything for me. Strength would give me armor, that's the only thing there. And then I'm not block scaling. So I'd have to take 5 dead points to get to there. So I don't think it'd be worth it, man. All of my points are really strong. The only ones I could maybe get rid of is this, but it would get rid of 40% armor, because I'm not using critical strike avoidance. That's the only thing I could really drop to grab it, and that wouldn't give me quite all of it. I need 2 points elsewhere, which I probably have to take out of this. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I 40 per point, that wouldn't cap me. I would need it at least on one other ring, I think, and then just depending on how high of production I go. Yeah, it'd be hard. It's not a bad idea, but that would be really hard to manage and feel good about. What is the link for the Ultra Filter Master Lightning build? I did take it out, munitions. So just go to my build guide that I posted on the 3rd, and it's in the video description for you. Crafting items with experimental fixes is basically a lottery to drop exalted base with experimental mod. No, you can target farm the exact modifier you want. So all you need to do is get the exalted item you want with the right affix on there, and then you can add the experimental modifier that you want deterministically, Frog. Again, if you go to my Runemaster build video guide I posted on the 3rd, and then click on the timestamp at the end that says crafting gloves and boots, it will teach you how to do that. What are the uniques with this build like Loaf? Sounds like something I would enjoy, perhaps. I can keep an eye out for relevant gear. For which build, Kane? Are you talking about the Fire Whip build, or are you talking about for the Paladin? Did you farm items for the Pally before you started the character? I did have some already, Christian. So, like, I had a Devotions already. I didn't slam it yet, but I had the Devotions, and I had a Prismatic Gaze. Those are the only 2 items I already previously had. But it's really easy to farm a Devotion. They're super common. I've dropped like 20 of them probably since playing the character. And if you don't have a Prismatic Gaze, since those can be a little bit rare, you just want to use a Peak of the Mountain, and those are really common. You should get them on like 1 or 2 kills with the Lightless Arbor dungeon from the boss, and you can farm them on any tier. So you can even do them at tier 1. Let me pull it up here. I can tell you the percentages. It's like a really, really high percentage that you drop one. So for Lightless Arbor, at tier 1, you have a 45% chance to drop the helmet. And then at tier 5, or at tier 4, it doesn't even go up that much. It's a 50% chance to drop. So yeah, do like 2 to 3 dungeons. You'll get one of those, slap that on, and then it'll be super easy to farm a Devotion. None of the items are mandatory for the build, though. Yeah, everything functions without it. It's just kind of hard to get crit cap without the helmet, but that's it. The Warlock one, I haven't fully theory crafted it all out yet, Kane, because I knew about the bug. And so I don't know all the different uniques I would end up using. I'd have to spend some more time theory crafting it. But Spine of Malrose has a lot of variables on the rolls. So yeah, just look out for trying to get like a really good one. Because it can give you like up to +3 on multiple of the levels there. On top of getting like LP. Loaf, is there any way to permanently keep Sigils of Hope up, or do they keep constantly reapplying? I end up reapplying them anyways, because this build, you want to have low mana pool. And so it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone of me constantly tapping it, is because I'm keeping my mana low with it. Which is giving me a massive DPS increase, and then it also just keeps me up at 100% uptime. I hate fire tigers. Have you played Frostclaw? Is as good as Spark Charge? I played it prior to 1.0. It's been a long time since I played it. From people who have switched from playing Frostclaw to my build in 1.0, the only complaints I've heard is that that my build seems to be a lot tankier, and you don't have to deal with mana issues. So I think Frostclaw requires a little bit more investment to get going. Oh my gosh, pick up the item. There we go. Got a very good relic to slam on my Twisted Heart. Now just need a heart. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got it, man. You got it. I believe. Is your entire armor shred on your idols? Yeah. Yeah, so each idol is giving me almost 70% armor shred, and I have it on 3 of them. I have a pretty good armor shred amount. And because I'm hitting twice with every cast, so I hit Smite. Smite has a 35% chance, I believe, to double cast. And then I also guarantee have the Healing Hands cast, and the Healing Hands is a hit. So, yeah, I've got a lot of armor shred going off. Especially if it's like a single target boss. Another option, though, that I've been debating using is actually using Armor Shred effect on my chest piece. That might be kind of goated. Might end up being better than just running like Attunement on there. But I've got a pretty good chest, so it's going to be hard to replace that currently. Is it efficient to go for bonus ability? No, just rush the objective score. Guess that means my timeline vacation is over, because back to the Reign of Dragons it is. All paths lead back to Reign of Dragons, my friend. All paths. Guys, I kind of want to order food, man. I'm really hungry. What kind of food do I want to order? Let me look at DoorDash real quick. What can we get delivered to us that sounds good? I want something that's like kind of fast to eat though. So I could just do like McDonald's. What the hell is that? They added some new sauce at McDonald's? Okay, okay. There's this really good bagel shop down the street that I could get delivered to. Do some like Taco Bell. I don't know, what do you guys think? I want something fast and easy to eat. Some Chick-fil-A. Something like that would sound really good. Not McDonald's. I just get like the breakfast burritos, honestly. That's normally what I get. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I got this. We're gonna create a poll. We're gonna create a poll. Let's see, McD's, Taco Bell. Chick-fil-A. What else do I want? What else sounds good here? Let's see. Maybe Jersey Mike's. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically like Subway. But it's better. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, we'll just do a 1 minute poll. We'll just do it fast. Alrighty, boys, I got a poll. Poll me up. What kind of food am I ordering? Taco Bell. Hey, I'm running the build, still missing the unique for gaining like 0 ward. Where does the ward come from? Black, are you running the Pally build or are you running the Rune Master build? I'm guessing you're probably running the Pally build if you said you're getting 0 ward. But yeah, clarify for me and I'll help you out. Don't see McDonald's, brother. I had Schnitzel and that made me very happy. Yeah. Dude, it's really close on Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell. Alright guys, poll's almost over, so vote while you can. Oh, we're getting a lot of Chick-fil-A's, huh? Alright. Chick-fil-A it is. Chick-fil-A it is. 50% of the votes were for Chick-fil-A. Alright, let's get some Chick-fil-A. Give me a second, guys. It won't take me very long to order. It should just have, like, one of my old orders on here. God, dude, sadly, I think I'm gonna have to get a regular chicken sandwich, because I think if I get a spicy one right now, with how fucked my throat is, it is going to destroy me. So I think I'm just gonna have to get a regular one. As worse as that sounds, I think that's gonna have to be the play. Alright, then what do I want to drink? I am just gonna get Dr. Pepper. I'm simple. Alrighty. Chick-fil-A is on the way, boys. We're getting some Chick-fil-A. How much stun avoidance do you have? I have none right now. I used to have a ring that used to have a bunch on there, but I ended up dropping it because I needed to fill out my res a little bit more. So I want to get it on both rings. So yeah, I am suffering from the lack of stun avoidance that I currently have for sure. So at some point I'll need to fix that. Why worse? I think that sounds delicious. Oh, I typically like the spicy chicken. But I think that will just like aggravate my throat really bad. Yeah, I should avoid the spice. I worry about the Dr. Pepper, or curious about the Dr. Pepper. No, man, it's gonna burn all the nasty shit out of my throat. That's what it's gonna do. I'm running the build, still missing the okay, on the Pally. Yeah, Black. So there's a reason why you're not getting any ward. So you have to take this node right here, Divine Barrier. The first part of that sentence, or that description, does not matter at all, skills. So you don't need any attunement for ward stacking on this build. But the second part is the key part. If the ally has an effect that causes them to gain ward per second based on their missing health, then all of the healing hands is converted to ward. So what you need is a pair of gloves that has the experimental modifier on there, that says 6% of current health lost per second, 6% of health gained as ward per second. So what you want to do is, let me put the command in chat for you. So exclamation point insight is going to give you a calculator for doing that. So if you need a glyph of insight right here. This is going to be how you deterministically add the drain effect onto your gloves. And then you use the calculator of that link in there. And basically what it does is you like grab any pair of gloves. Do you know what? Let's craft this gloves. These are actually really good gloves. And maybe if I can get some better suffixes, it'll actually be better. Even if I lose the cast speed. I'll show you how to craft it, man. All right. We're doing a crafting session, boys. Let's go. Let me pull up the insight calculator. Okay. Let me switch this over so you guys can actually see shit. And then let me... Okay. So that should be good. So let's grab the calculator. So how you use the calculator here? How you use the calculator is you need to fill this out based on your current gloves. So I have a tier 3 prefix, a tier 6 cast speed, and a tier 2 armor, and no suffixes. So if I use the Glyph of Insight right now, it would give me ward gained on kill. So I'm going to add another suffix on here because it has an empty suffix. So if I put it at tier 1, that changes to dodge rating. So that's not quite good enough. It's already got armor on here, which is really strong. So let's say I upgrade that to tier 2. Boom, right there. Percent of current health lost per second gained as missing ward. So I need to get at least a tier 2 modifier on here, and then I'm good to go. If I hit a critical success, because what it's basically doing is adding up all the numbers. So 6 plus 3 plus 2. And then I need an extra 2 to make the right number. So I'm going to add my modifier on here. I'm going to go over here, and I'm gonna add armor. That's got flat armor on there, and then I want this hybrid armor on here because I can't get percentile armor. So, okay, add 1. I didn't hit any crits, so I need to hit this to tier 2. If I hit a crit, I'm gonna have to recalculate. No crits. Okay, so let me change off this setting because it makes it so hard when I'm doing this shit. Lock cursor game window. Okay. So I'm gonna double check here. So tier 3, tier 6. Tier 2, Tier 2. That's going to give me the right one. So now that I have everything correct, what you're going to do is you're going to change over to a Glyph of Insight. And you have to use this on a prefix. So I'm going to upgrade this prefix, and it's going to turn to what I'm looking for. Experimental, so 7% of current health lost per second, 7% of health gained as ward per second. Now that I have this on here, the next step is I'm going to turn this back to a Glyph of Hope, so it has a 25% chance not to use my forging potential. And I'm going to hit this with a Rune of Research. What that's going to do is it's going to seal this modifier away, so I have an extra prefix I can use. Ooh, that took out a lot. But now you can see that it's over there. It's still on the gloves, but now I can add another modifier. Before I was doing attunement, guys, I kind of want to do mana. I think mana might be the play. I think mana might give me more damage than doing the attunement. So I'm going to try this pair with mana. Okay, I got a crit there. So now I've got some good stats on here. And then I'm going to try to get this mana up a little bit. The lower the tier, the more likely it is to not use as much of your forging potential. Okay, that's tier 4. So if I go to tier 5, it's going to be really likely to hit my thing. I think I'm going to go for the armor here. Okay, we hit the proc. I'm going to go for this one now. All right, there we go. That's a pretty good pair of gloves, though. And it had a really good implicit roll already. It was 1% off perfect. So yeah, that's pretty solid. That gives me like like an extra 27 mana or 27 armor plus an extra 30 flat mana. So let's see how that feels losing that cast speed. All right, but that's how you craft the gloves. Hopefully that helps you, man. This extra window I have. Yeah. Yeah, skills. Hopefully that helps you out though, man. What should I use the Rune of Ascendance on for Rune Master? The only thing you can use a Rune of Ascendance on for the Rune Master Lunatic is the offhand. You don't like spicy? Oh, I love spicy food, Raven. I love it. You ran 320 corruption without the ward? That's pretty good, dude. You're gonna feel so much better now. But yeah, this is how you want to set it up, man. Just having that mod, boom, a million times better. I ran 686, but the tooltip is hard for me to understand. Ignore tooltip, Sir Strike. I want you to pretend like these numbers here do not exist. Because they do not calculate your stuff at all on how they should be. Is that Faceska? Is that how you pronounce that? Thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Is there a fast way to farm Soulfire Bastion key? The only way you can really target farm keys is on here. You'll occasionally get nodes that look like keys. Oh no, actually they don't even roll dungeon keys. So not really. They're just random drops. Yeah, they're just random. All right, let's do the boss real quick. We'll see how that feels with the reduced cast speed. Yeah, hopefully that helps you out, Skills. That should give you a huge jump in defenses there. How do you know which uniques you can get with Runes of Ascendance and which you can? So both Runes of Ascendance work the exact same way that prophecies do. You cannot use a Rune of Ascendance or a prophecy on anything that has a specific drop pool. So you can't use it on boss uniques, and you can't use it on anything that drops off the exiled mages, because those are all specific drops. If it is a random drop, you can use Rune of Ascendances on it. That's the only criteria. Yo, I'm looking forward to testing your Rune Master build. How far did you push it? I pushed it to over 1,000 corruption. And then that's just where I stopped, because I needed to move on to another build for more content. You can technically, that's the only place you can get the experimental modifiers on the gloves. You can technically run a unique chest that has the same effect, or a unique pair of boots, but you'll lose so much from doing that, and you lose almost nothing from doing it on your gloves. So you really want to get it on your gloves if you can. 211 armor blessing, upgraded to 215, huge boost right there. Hey, min-maxing Raven, I like it. All right, let's kill this guy. Let's see how the cast speed feels. Damage feels pretty good. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's gonna be less ward procs, but yeah, I don't think it was a massive damage nerf, and I think the mana is helping the damage a little bit too. So, bro, what is your main character? I don't really have, like, a main character, Alejandro. I think I'm kind of known as the Rune Master guy now, since I made my crazy Rune Master build. I tend to just enjoy playing spellcasters, though. So anything that allows me to, like, play that spellcaster fantasy, I typically really enjoy. So you are like attacking so fast, Nova. That is like your like you are channeling. My smites. Yeah, I just have really high cast speed. So I'm just scaling cast speed out the ass, and then I'm auto procking healing hands every time I cast smite. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. Got the gloves and health plus health percentage. Tier 7, not too bad. Hey, nice dude. Yeah, that should make a massive difference for you, man. Let me know how it feels. I didn't find any gameplay on the Rune Master build. Where can I find it? You can check my VODs, fast guys. So I have the example at the very beginning of the video, and then I streamed every second of that Rune Master on stream. So just look on my YouTube. I don't save my VODs on Twitch because they constantly hit me with copyright stuff. But just look on my YouTube and look at my live streams, and all of them are recorded. So just look for the ones where I'm playing the mage, and you can see gameplay there. Thank you for your guide. It is the most complete and best explained that I found. Hey, no worries, Alejandro. I'm glad it's helping you guys out. It's a really big testament to your build. It's still power play your Rune Master, considering it's my second least liked character. Hey, let's go, let's go. Thank you, man. Thank you. I feel like all classes are kind of spellcasters in the game. They try to make it so all classes in the game can kind of play a little bit of everything. So you can play Spellcaster Primalist, you can play Melee Primalist, you can play like Projectile Primalist, you can play Totem Primalist, Rogue can be Melee, bow related, and then it even has some spell builds, especially now. Mage can play Melee and Spellcaster. They don't have any throwing abilities really. Paladin can play melee, throwing attack, and spellcaster. I'm getting stunned, boys. I'm getting stunned. Acolyte can play melee and spellcaster. So yeah, most of the stuff can at least do melee and spellcaster, and then a couple of them have the ability to do throwing in there as well. I want both those rings actually. What do I want to drop temporarily while I level that up? I'll drop my fizz, and then this will drop my poison. I think I'm gonna drop this one temporarily just to see what I hit on this. I still have to look into it. Have you tried Spellblade builds? I was trying to find a good one, but none felt that good. Spellblade's in kind of a rough spot right now. It's only got a couple builds that are really any good, and it just kind of lags defensively. At one point in time, I had the #1 hardcore for Spellblade, but I feel like it hasn't aged very well. So Spellblade's a little bit rough at the moment, man. I think my food might be here, boys. Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go grab my food really fast. Ugh. All right, boys, let's get it. Got some Chick-fil-A. Get some food in our stomach. I hate eating on camera, boys. So I'm just gonna drop off the camera. But you guys are feel free to ask them any questions you guys want, and I'll help answer while I'm eating. But I definitely need some food right now, man. I am dying. Here, let me change this over here just so people know. Eating ask. Questions. Alright, what do you guys got? Well, let's do a little bit of a Q&A section if you guys got any questions for any builds or anything on there, and we'll kind of go from there. Feels like all melee classes need some kind of spells to be good, like Paladin uses Smite or Healing Hands and so on. Not necessarily. Like, Paladin didn't use like hardly any of that prior to this patch. Paladin was mostly like throw and melee based builds until Healing Hands came out this patch. Yeah, I tend to get bored really quick once I hit endgame in ARPGs, either move on or start over, but your Rune Master is already by far my highest character and no signs of slowing down. Fuck yeah, Raven, let's go, dude. Let's go. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Now we could make it a little bit brighter for you. Pushing that end game. Bon appetit, yes sir, yes sir. What is the main stat to go for on the Paladin? Cast speed. So you want to make sure that you're crit capped. So just try to get it like as close to crit cap as you can. You're gonna get that by getting the unique helmet and getting a offhand with 6% base crit. Besides that, you're probably gonna need at least one spell crit roll on one piece of gear to get you at a pretty good crit percentage. And then once you get that, you're basically just looking for cast speed. The more cast speed you get, the more smites you get off, which means the more healing hands you get off, which means the more reward you get. And then you really want healing healing effectiveness, especially on your idols. Most of your healing effectiveness, though, is going to come from unique items. So it's going to come from like your amulet. It's going to come from the idols, specifically your boots. So you're going to get a lot of that healing effectiveness just for free on your unique items. Aw, dude, I love waffle fries, guys. Holy shit, these things are good. How are you getting ward from Smite? It is because of healing hands and this node right here. I have a 100% chance to cast healing hands every time I cast Smite. And I convert all of the healing that healing hands gives me into ward. So every spell I cast, I'm actually casting 2 spells. Which is part of the reason why cast speed is so important. You're level 97? Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's dope, man. Yeah, hopefully you get your first 100. That'd be sick. For the Paladin build, wouldn't the last 3 points be better going 3 for 3 out of Synthesis of Light? Instead of 4 out of 4 of Urgent Healing for ward generation, I mean? No. It is actually not even close, Burger. We're not scaling attunement for healing. We're scaling healing effectiveness for healing. Because we're converting 100% of the life healing into ward. So this node right here gets ramped up heavily with your healing effectiveness, and it will probably be 10 plus times better than doing this setup. Like, not even joking, man. I promise you, our Urgent Healing and Prayer of the Fallen is significantly better than running the other node. I feel like all the melee classes are like, pick one melee skill, pick the spell that does all your damage, proc the spell, or you pick. A little bit more this patch. But that's statistically not the case. It's not the case with like a lot of the druid stuff and like primalist stuff, I feel like, and rogue obviously, and that stuff. How is the conversion happening from the word? It's this node right here. Don't read the first sentence. This first sentence doesn't matter at all, Jack. It's the second part. If you have a drain effect on one piece of your gear, which I have on my gloves, that's what converts all of that healing into ward. Skills, which unique idol are you talking about? I do use one unique idol in my build. Oh, damn, I thought that one was based on healing effectiveness. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no worries, man. I thought that too when I was first looking into building a Paladin, and then I looked at everyone else's builds. I'm like, oh, shit. This is so much better. At some point, I really got to get my Nature Love Primalist going, though. Really hope I find a strong build that doesn't go that does good higher corruption. Yeah, there's some pretty good Primalist stuff out there. The text is very misleading, Burger. Yeah. Oh, guys, it's so good to actually get real food while I'm streaming. I normally just skip eating for like 90% of my stream. And then sometimes when I pick my son up from school, I'll grab like a snack or something like while I'm going to pick him up, and that's basically it. I'm getting like actual calories throughout my day, so hopefully the stream will be a lot better. Alright guys, we'll get back to blasting here in just a second. This was very much needed when I wasn't feeling good today. Gotta eat? Yeah, I know. It's driving my wife crazy, man. She keeps getting really mad at me for it. She's like, you gotta start eating. Most important? Yeah, I need to be better at it. I just panic a lot when I'm streaming if I'm like gonna take a break, because I don't want people to lose interest. So I'm always worried about people dropping out and leaving, and I just want to try to keep everybody having a good time. You got full healing and idols? Yeah, let me show you. These are what all my idols look like. They're all just healing effectiveness and then armor shred on fire skill. And since I'm keeping the smites as fire, it's shredding off my armor really, really fast. So it gives me defensive and offensive there. And then these guys are just for res and healing effectiveness. And then this is the unique idol I'm going with. Yeah, this idol is super, super underrated, by the way, guys. So much damage from this idol. Do we follow you because you're awesome at what you do? Please take care of your health and eat. Viewers go and watch streamers or when they go live, so don't worry. I appreciate you, Chalice. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm slowly starting to get better at it and accepting a lot of that. It's just a mental battle. A lot of streaming is a mental thing, man. Winning around 6 to 7k crits, but I think that's because I'm missing uniques. Yeah. Yeah, are you critting most of the time? Do you have the devotion skills? The devotion gives you a lot of your damage. So that's why I have a bunch of mana everywhere, is because of this guy right here, and it gives you a whole bunch of flat spell damage. You're like 80%? Yeah, 80% crit's pretty good. So yeah, just gain the devotion for the mana. And then I have, I've got 594 mana right now. So I get that below like sub 50 mana pretty much the entire time I'm clearing stuff. And that gives me a lot of flat spell damage. And then on top of that, I'm running the Immolators belt, where with all that crazy cat speed, I'm able to self-ignite myself, and that gives me a bunch of extra flat damage as well. Honestly, though, once they fix the bugged fire tag inside of Healing Hands, this build is going to be so much better. Like, so much better. My damage is going to go through the roof if they ever fix that. So what does Armor Shred effect do again? Yeah, I got you. So Armor Shred reduces armor on the target, increasing how much damage it takes from hits. By default, it subtracts 100 armor and lasts for 4 seconds. So armor makes them take less physical damage. It's right here. And it does a smaller percent to elemental damage. So it still applies, I think it's, 70% less effective against armor, or sorry, 70% as effective against non-physical damage. So it still applies to my elemental damage I'm doing. So being able to shred that off is almost like shredding off elemental res. It's very similar. Yeah, if you guys aren't using the in-game guide, by the way, the in-game guide is phenomenal. It teaches you literally how to calculate everything for damage and like defenses. Do you know of any viable scroll build at the moment? I haven't really looked around, Fury. I personally haven't played Squirrel in like 2 years. But I think there's a couple people that are doing it pretty successfully. Yeah, so with the armor shred chance, Mobius, by default, it's shredding off 100 armor. And then if you increase the effectiveness, that just makes it so each stack is shredding off more than 100 armor. Do you think this build for duo and ward if friend gets same gloves? It's insane skills. If you have 2 people playing this exact same build, so I've got 2 of my buddies that are playing this build, so we can get 3 of us, and we just stack on top of each other for bosses, and then we get like 90k ward. Like, it is absolutely busted. If you guys want a good multiplayer build, this build is amazing. Yeah, it's so busted, man. So like, I'll help them do high corruption shades, and we'll all just stack right on top of each other, and we will not move the entire time. And you're virtually unkillable by everything in the game. Yes, skills. They do need, I believe they also need the drain effect. Let me reread it. Let me make sure. If the ally has an effect that causes them... Yeah, it does require them to have it. Yeah, that's how that would read. So they do also need some kind of drain life effect to fully benefit from it. I was trying to think about it because I also played with my buddy who's playing Rogue, but he's also playing low life, so he does have a drain effect on him. Because like, he was getting a bunch of ward, but yeah, he has a similar effect. It's on his chest. Alrighty, boys. I'm just gonna go wash my hands really quick, and then I'm good to start blasting again. So just give me 1 second. Alright, let me just turn on the camera real quick. Alright. Lofo, sorry, I thought that was about the scurry. Yeah, Pally is pretty sick. Oh, no, you're good, man. Just ignore me. You're good, dude. This is insane going from Void Knight to this. Yeah, I'm glad you're liking it, man. I'm glad you're liking it. Alright. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Whew. I started dying there at the end, though, after I finished eating. Started, like, coughing the whole time. Holy fuck. Hey, man, I'm following the Mad Lightning Root Besser, and in the Sorcerer Chi, you take the Mage Flurry node, but you run Flame Rush, so it does proc on Flame Rush. The description says, teleport only. Woke, let me take a look at the planner after this. I can't recall the specific name of the node, but I can help explain it to you in a second. Sorry, guys, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm still kind of sick, and so I'm struggling a little bit today, and sometimes I get a little bit too much coughing going on, so it makes it a little bit harder for me to talk, but trying my best. We're working through it. Oh yeah, I forgot I added the Weaver's Will ring on to see what rolls I got. So I changed those 3 points before your healing hands, and I went from 28 to 48 Haycord word on the trading dummy. Insane. Hey, let's go, Burger. Let's go. Easy, baby. I got you. Yeah, of course, Woke. Yo, but I actually have a question. Do you know why Morning Frost is supposed to be BIS shoes for Divine Bomber? The guide only has 3 uniques and 2 of them, and I can't see why. Morning Frost are typically used for flat damage. Sorry. They're typically used for flat damage scaling, and most of the Falconer builds seem like they're stacking decks, and so it's going to give you a whole bunch of like cold damage to your spells and attacks. So I haven't personally played that build, but I'm guessing that's why they're doing it. Sorry, guys. Doing my best. Hey, health and stun avoidance. Doing good, Warlord. I appreciate you being here, man. Let me pull up this planner really quick for this guy, just so I can take a look. 1 second, boys. Okay, so he's asking for the Mage Flurry. Oh, that node in the base tree? Yeah, we just ignore the bonus, Woke. We're a cast speed stacking build and an int stacking build. So it's just for the 15% cast speed. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, the 15% cast speed is really big, and we don't really have anything better that we could take there. So I made it to Empowered Monos 76. Shit's busted. I'm mowing everything down. Hey, let's go, Warlord. Let's go, man. Yeah, no worries, Woke. No worries. Hey, Loaf, I really have a question for you. I'm running Mad Lightning and really have the same problem with all my alts. How do you get your resistances capped without having to use idle slots? You're basically just subbing out the life nodes on your suffixes atom until you can for resistances until you can actually get them on your idols. Should I switch if I have a question? If Twitch? Oh, I'm faster at responding on Twitch because there's sometimes weird delays with YouTube. But it's whatever is easiest for you, man. For uniques, are the LP a must or worth to go for any LP and farm the LP? None of the uniques are even necessary skills. They're gonna make the build feel way better, but you don't need them in general. I probably wouldn't use Soulfire unless I did get the plus levels to smite. So I'd rather just use an Exalted Relic with plus levels to smite on there, but that's probably the only one on there. Hey, they got increased fire damage. If I can get healing effectiveness on there, or like stun avoidance, that'd be really strong. Sorry guys, my voice is going really fast. I apologize. You have a guide on Jura mechanics boss fight. I'm having trouble with tier 3. Thanks. I don't have a guide, Iowa. Do I have anything I can slam? Trying to think if I have anything I can slam real quick, and I'll show you if there's anything worthwhile. Those aren't 1 LPE. I already slammed those. Sorry guys, my son was in here asking questions. I'm trying to think if I have anything that's worthwhile on this build that I can slam real quick, and I can show you how to do Jura. It's kind of weird on this boss because I just ignore most of the command mechanics. Here we go. Here, I'll slam a Julius path for you real quick. Let me see what I got, guys. Let's do a Jura explanation. Which one of these boots looks like they'd be solid and I wouldn't have to craft too hard on them? Kind of like one of those other boots. Maybe I can just craft these. Yeah, it's good. Boom. There we go. Alright, we got a pair of booties. Idols over here. Alright boys, let's go do a Jora. Let's explain it. Asking because I'm Void Knight, you need the melee crits. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, of course, man, of course. I got you. Alright, if any of you guys need help doing jewelry, I'll try to actually do boss mechanics instead of just face tanking everything. Do rare drops on bosses have a minimum corruption to drop? No, they do not. The only exception to that is shade. I didn't, Reb. I didn't. Things could potentially change depending on information, but I did not say it on how to which build I'm gonna end up doing. I hinted at a couple things on the most likely build that's gonna end up coming out, but I didn't specify which one. I need to grab water after this, guys. I don't know what happened, but right as I finished eating, I like started coughing a whole bunch, and now my throat is just so fucked. I thought I had a water at my desk, but I guess not. And this drink's like pretty much gone. Thanks for the hydrate, Fuzzy. I appreciate that. Is that a dead on both sides? That sucks. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. There we go. Hope you feel better soon. Thanks, Kane. I appreciate you, man. I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah, it should be up here in this corner. If you guys are wondering for dungeons, most of the time the door is in the top right corner, or it's like alongside this wall. And she'll typically. Why is it not letting me? Is there an invisible wall here? What the fuck is going on? It was like body blocking me on that monster that was in the other time zone. Oh, I see a text bubble there, so maybe it is in this corner. Or either that or it's like right there. Let me check on this side really quick just because we're closest there. Yeah, it's blocking me there again. What the fuck? Hey, Enigma, thanks for the follow, man. How's it going? Alright, let's check this corner here real quick before we head down here. It's almost always on this. Yeah, it's right there. There it is. Yeah, it's almost always on this like back right corner section. Oh god, I didn't... Dog's trying to get my trash can to get the rest of my waffle fries. Get out of here, Odie. Cool, glad I didn't miss it. What is the most important stat to boost single target while I'm leveling? I'm 72 and just finished the Corruption Dragon boss. It's easy. It wasn't long. If you're talking about the Pally, you just want to get crit capped and then cast speed. You can just kind of get like spell damage while you're leveling though. If you're talking about the Rune Master, it's just intelligence. Yep, it's all intelligence. Alright, I see a chat bubble up there, so it's probably up here. It's normally fairly near the chat bubble. So it should be up in this corner, probably. Maybe? Normally she does the dialogue when you get near the chat bubble, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, there it is. There's the dialogue. Alright, so it should be after this wall, I believe. Yep, right there. Bada boom, easy. Hey, Pinch, question for you. Why do so many other Spark Charge builds seem to trigger Lightning Blast using Frost Claw or other abilities than just casting it like you do? I don't know, man. People like using the little Dagger Claw. They like proccing things. It's a lot more resource management, but it can get pretty good damage output if you're doing it that way. Alrighty, boys. T4 Julra. This is for you, Iowa, so I hope you're still watching. I normally just face tank him on this guy, and I can tank the explosions. I'm going to do everything on the boss fight as if I had 0 defenses, and I was trying to actually do mechanics. So, and not use any bugs or any time swapping tech or anything that just takes practice. I'm going to do it like following all the mechanics. And just try to talk my way through the actual build and what to do. So the first part here, she's going to do the time dilation pretty fast as soon as you start attacking her. So you're just trying to get as much DPS as you can. So we'll go in. Yeah, so she shouldn't really do any attacks. Go right in there, right before it swaps. Now, what I do is I go over to the wall. She's going to put a pool around my feet. So you see that? So I'm trying to avoid dropping that pool in the middle of the floor. And then there's a little shape here on the outside of the room. And this shape is where the lasers will be. So if you just position yourself on the lasers, or on that little symbol on the ground, you won't get hit by the lasers. Okay, I'm going to swap things. I'm going up to the corner of the room so I don't drop the pool of nastiness. So now it's not in the middle of the room. I'm sitting on the edge of the shape where I won't get hit by lasers. She's dropping lightning, I move, I stay along the shape. She has ice path, I move, I stay along the shape. Lightning, I move, I stay along the shape. So that's literally all you're doing the entire time. I'm gonna go over here so I don't drop the pool on the side of the wall. Okay, I'm positioning myself right along the shape here. Alright, I'm just gonna finish her off, but you guys get the point. You just hug that shape and move along it as you go. Make sure you drop the pools along the edge of the room so you're not running into them. And the main thing is, as soon as you see that circle appearing around your character, start running. That way, it drops it, and you're already halfway out of the zone, so you hardly have to tank any of the pool damage if you're actively moving while you go around. And then the shape is this little thing right here in the room. As long as you're along this line of the shape, you won't get hit by the lasers. The lasers are the deadliest mechanic she has. Is the only thing I can't tank on this character, and she will one-shot me. So just make sure you're always fighting her along this little shape here, and then you just rotate and stutter step as she's like doing the cold stuff and dropping the lightning things. That's basically how you do T4 Julra, even if you have like 0 defenses and have bad damage. You just have to follow mechanics. As long as you follow mechanics, she literally will do 0 damage to you. It takes a little bit more skill to do that than just face tanking everything. But yeah, that's how you do that boss fight with actually following the mechanics. Can you face tank on the Mad Lightning build too? I can. It's harder though, Gar. If you watch my my build guide, the clip I did of T4 Julra, I picked that clip. I actually had faster kill times on other clips, but I picked that one because she animation bugged out and she never showed the time dilation explosion. And so I tanked a T4 time dilation explosion on the Rune Master and the pool that she dropped underneath it. So you just have to line up your defenses better. Whereas this guy, I can just out heal everything, so it doesn't matter. Alrighty, boys, we got a half-decent Yulia's path. We got a really good pair of boots. No matter what it hits, it's really good. I really want the movement speed, though. Movement speed or percentile armor would be pretty good. Probably the one I wouldn't actually end up using is the... I probably wouldn't use it compared to mine if it hit the attunement or the cooldown recovery. That armor percentage would be pretty dope. I don't know, we'll see. This is more just wanted to show the boss fight than doing anything else. Can you tank the pool? On the Paladin I can. On the Paladin I can, yeah. I can't tank 2 pools, though. I can only tank 1. So, I can tank the first explosion. She'll put a pool on me. I can keep attacking her, and then I can tank the second explosion while standing on the pool, but I can't tank the second pool if they overlap. I'll just insta-die. Hey, movement speed, let's go. I don't know if I have enough reduced critical strike chance yet. Oh, I did just get that. So that puts me at, what, 56? Or, I mean, 66? That's not bad. I'm capped with this one, though. I don't know, let me see how it feels with the extra movement speed. Yeah, that's so much faster. We'll see if we're tanky enough to survive it. What did this hit? Ellie res? Oh, that sucks. I'll keep filling out the Weaver's Will, but I'll probably end up swapping that because it hit Ellie res. Yeah, hopefully that helps you guys. Hopefully Ayo is still in here because I did that for them. And then they haven't said anything since. But yeah, hopefully you got to see that. So come on, Meow. Yeah, right. That's alright. I missed my 3 LP slam yesterday. The only stat I cared about, I missed. You have to fight a boss every time you want to use that machine there? Yeah, every time you want to craft a legendary item, you have to use, you have to fight that boss. So you'll end up fighting that boss a lot in this game, and so it's important to understand how to fight her on every build. I mean, technically, you can just make this character to do all of your slams if you wanted to, and you could just swap characters every time you needed to craft a legendary, and this guy can just face tank everything, but I don't like swapping characters around. So yeah, you'll want to learn how to do Jura at some point. Was that for me too? Oh, no, it was mainly for Ayo because she was asking, like, because she was struggling with it. Real P item, missed the one set that I need. Yeah, dude, it felt really bad, man. I had a Exalted Smite that I needed to slam on there that I've been farming for forever to even get the Exalted item. And I've been saving my 3 LP because I have a level 2 Smite on my current one. And I just happened to miss it, man. I was so sad. Yeah, so far I'm not feeling the less crit damage. I use my marksman to slam. I can kill her in 1.5 seconds. Yeah, there's a couple of glass cannon builds that are really good too. Yeah, you typically either want like a super tank or like a super glass cannon build that can just kill her in a couple seconds. Well, both of those work pretty well. Marksman's using a bug right now if you're playing multi-shot though. So that's not intended for the game, but it is fun. Build guide up for the set? Not yet, man. I might do a teaser video tomorrow. So I'm gonna start taking Sundays off stream to be my editing days. So maybe a teaser video, but I want to be able to push 1,000 corruption before I make like a full build guide. I think it's important for me to hit that benchmark. Oh, using the trap build? Yeah. I don't know if that is a bugged mechanic or not. I think it might have just been them not doing their math correctly on their builds and making it scale way too heavily. That's what my buddy's playing. But yeah, that's definitely still a glass cannon build. It's pretty squishy, but yeah, it does a lot of damage. Definitely more damage than I'm doing. Now, what are these fucking things? Cast speed, attunement. That's a T7 attunement, though. Pick that up. Lightning Zeus marksman. Yeah, he's doing the lightning trap thing. Hey guys, I've been trying to find out what loud dink sound is when you hear in combat. Is it glancing blow? That's you getting stunned, typically. Yeah, typically the loud metal clink sound is you getting stunned. I wonder if that build works with all the uniques and no lightning damage LP slams. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I haven't messed around with it. It does actually look like that's one of the rogue builds that actually kind of looks cool to me. I would just want to find a way to build it more defensively. Maybe lose a little bit of the damage and just make it a lot more defensive. I'd have to take a look at the planners and see what people are doing with it, though. But I think there would be a better, well-rounded way to build that. I thought it was when my ward breaks. No. No, yeah, it's when you're getting stunned. I'll hear it a lot on this guy. Yeah, since Paladin doesn't really have a lot of damage reduction, I do get stunned quite a bit. I tried it, and you can, in theory, make it defensive heavy, but the lightning damage just makes it extra fun. That's my build right now. Yeah. Yeah, I would need to dig deep into that one to see what we're looking at. Eventually, I probably will, just to help out my buddy who's playing it, to try to make him a little bit more defensive. He's trying to play this, like, low life right now. And it's so much cost effective. It's so costly to get it to that point. And even then, I don't think it's really going to be that defensive just playing low life. I think there would be some better ways to do it, but I would have to test some stuff. I used to play Rogue, but its lack of ward is tough. Any life build and stuff. Yeah, life build in general are really rough right now, for sure. 1 LP on there. These are actually good boots. Okay rolls, I guess. Low life, you can get like 10k word, but so squishy. Yeah, yeah. It's just doing a sanguinous with the shackles, just trying to get as much ward retention as possible. It's really the only way you can get ward retention on Rogue. I feel like there should be a solid dodge trap build. I think I could do something, man. I'd have to really look at it though. Would you recommend farming certain blessings before pushing on timelines to push corruption on this build, Rez? I always farm my blessings first. So I'm taking crit multi, mana, all res, fire shred, percentile armor, and this one doesn't matter. So I would do the Age of Winter last because that's the one you're gonna want to farm corruption on. If you're talking about the mage though, I can go over those ones for you as well. My trap build has 2200 HP and 8k word and can still kill Oro in a second at 1k corruption. So really, yeah, that's not too bad. Do you have any like actual damage reduction though? Are you stacking like glancing blows or anything? Are you glancing blow capped or no? And what's your dodge percentage at? Because like having a big health pool or ward pool is nice, but it's like the same problem with this build. I'm armor capped, but that's the only like damage mitigation I have, and even being armor capped is not enough. I will still occasionally get one shot by stuff because I'm just not negating a bunch of damage. I guess I do have damage reduction against dots as well, just because it goes off a percentage of my armor. But that's basically it. Whereas the mage has like crazy damage reduction, and then it also gets decent ward. It just doesn't have as much ward gain as this character does, so it takes me longer to get my ward back. So that's its downside compared to this guy. Hope it added an affix. Hopefully it's healing effectiveness or stun avoidance. Dodge is only at 22%, but I have an insane amount of stun, so nothing ever hits me. Yeah, because you're playing lightning, so yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of how my lightning blast character works too. Is I just kind of stun everything, so it makes it less likely to hit me. What did I just drop that I wanted to look at? I swear there was something else. I might be going blind though. Attunement, sun avoidance. Oh, I wanted to look at this ring. That's what it was. Oh, it hit endurance. Yeah, ring's dead. Oh well. Ring's dead. Yo, what do you think is the best way to progress monoliths on a new character just to get to empower? Yeah, your first thing is to speed rush into empowered monoliths on every character. Because you really want to get those double effective blessings, the grand blessings. Those make a massive difference in power spike, and then you're also going to be getting way more XP, and way more drops. So yeah, just focus on trying to get to empowered monoliths. Nothing else comes before that. Don't do any blessing farming. Don't do any boss farming. Save all of that until after you get to empowered monoliths. So Magma is almost ready. Got garlic toast brownies ready for this. Hell yeah, dude. Fury, that sounds pretty good, man. Some good old lasagna. No, lasagna's good, man. Do you play Market or Circle? I play Circle of Fortune, Black. Yeah, I don't really like the current economy setup for the market. I might end up doing it next cycle, or maybe on another character. But yeah, I was just kind of really turned off on how they handled everything at the beginning. It sounds like it's balanced a little bit more now, but that beginning part was really a turn off for me on trying to do that. That was a T7 cast speed, right? Oh, that's T6? Oh, that's just a perfect roll T6, that's why. I am playing Trapper too. Yeah, I think a lot of people are switching over to that. It's just a lot of damage. It's pretty sick. I like to be able to die. Nah, dude. Nah, you're playing the game wrong. You don't need to learn mechanics. The mechanics need to learn you just by getting enough tankiness. Yeah, I typically like playing tankier characters. I like being to outsmart mechanics by just being a better theory crafter. I'm a big fan of traps from PB. I like the trap stuff, dude. Yeah, I really do like, most of my League Start characters in PoE, I play mines. So I don't mind traps, but I normally play mines because I like doing bossing services. So yeah, I do a lot of that similar-esque style of play. So that is one of the few rogue builds that actually kind of looked fun to me. I would just I would want to try to make it a little bit more well-rounded. Is it possible to play Shaman as a caster? Define possible. Can you cast spells on a Shaman? Yes. Yes, you can. Can you survive getting hit by a white mob at 300 corruption? No. No, you cannot. I'm obviously being a little bit over dramatic. Shaman is really cool, and it can do a lot of damage, and has a lot of really fun interactions with the spells. It is probably it's a toss up between Shaman and Forge and playing the Forge Master on who the worst class is in the game right now. Shaman is just so defensively lacking, it's really sad. I would not recommend playing Shaman, with the exception of, I guess, playing like Explode Totems. It is half decent. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing it, especially if you're a new player. You're just gonna have a really bad time. So don't get hit, yeah. Yeah, basically. When are we gonna see this mystery build you're planning? When the Pally's done, probably. When the Pally's done, probably. Unless something changes up where I find some really cool interaction. The most boring meta in PoE was Poison Seismic Trap. That period was... I never played Poison Seismic Trap, yeah, because it was a little bit too much. I'm really a big fan of Hex Blast mines. That's my favorite mining build. I did a lot of like Glacial Cascade back in the day. But yeah, I really enjoy Hex Blast. I like being able to do Sanctum runs, and having the auto aim mechanics from Hex Blast is really fun. Would you use Omni if you got one with Mad Lightning? If I could hit crit multi on it, and I already had Shock Chance on my Ladle, which I do, then I would do it. Otherwise, you would have to hit Shock Chance on it. You need some form of Shock Chance, either on your Ladle or on your Amulet. So if you can get that, then yeah, it's a really good option. If the Strong Mind Amulet is just the worst, I have like 10 levels to. Yeah, no, it's really bad. Don't use that amulet. The explosion does not scale hardly at all. Alright, I'll probably go do that corruption. Or that shade. My best Sanctum farmer was 80 million DPS Stormbear. Stormbear's pretty good too, yeah. I just like doing stuff like really early in the league. If you can get Sanctum going really early in the league, you make so much money. And so Hex Blast is just really easy to get it going on like no budget. The only time I played a meta build was Bladefall. Bladefall of Blade Blast was fun. If you don't want to learn boss, play Necro. That's true. Yeah, just play like Flame Wraith Necro early on. Flame Wraith Necro is disgusting for damage with like 0 investment. Just melt bosses instantly. It's not as egregious now that they nerfed the cast speed a little bit, so it takes a little bit more to get going, but yeah, it's still pretty disgusting. Oh no, not the poison! Ah! Oh, I barely got my cleanse off in time there. Holy shit. Yeah, I think that poison tornado for a little bit too long. Got any Lich build ideas? I want to play that next, and I'm hoping they'll change Stygian Coal. Yeah, Stygian Coal could be really fun. I'm probably not going to play any Lich right now, because Lich is very one-dimensional with how you build it, and I'm a theory crafter. So I like finding cool, unique ideas, and I feel like there's hardly any in Lich, sadly. What do you think about Rune Master Plasma Orb dodge build? I don't really like playing Plasma Orb in general, man. I think it's kind of a really clunky and weird playstyle. MF Self-Ignite Chieftain doing 10k Wisp per map was the Pally. Yeah, I had that character last time. It was kind of fun too. We'd sometimes just do a full group of all MF Self-Ignite Chieftains because none of us could die, and it was kind of a good time. 1427. I just want to do this one, so whatever. Dropped my first Headhunter, Mirror 4 times Squire this league. Yeah, I dropped my first Squire. I've dropped a Headhunter before, but I did drop a Raw Headhunter. I dropped 2 Raw Mage Bloods, and then I only dropped 1 Mirror though. But yeah, we got some good drops. All right, no poison damage. That's all I want. No poison damage, and we're solid. Woo! I took that slam way too early before I could actually get ward. Alright, overhead slam, tentacles, and ice. I think we'll be good. Oh, and it's got the void projectile, so it's actually kind of hurt. That might actually kill me. I might have to do some tech with that. Let me get rid of these tentacles. Yeah, I might have to healing hands through the void projectiles at this high corruption. Alright, we got some more coming. I think I can kill him before it actually gets to me, though. Yeah, we're good. 1 LP bell. Alright, boys. 716, dude, we're getting there. Where do you need to be standing when you pop volatile reversal? So volatile reversal, I believe, is 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And I don't take these notes because it makes it too much. It makes it too hard. So I'm just doing a mental count in my head. I normally do 3 seconds, but it's probably better to do that just to be safe. So I'm constantly counting my head. It's like, okay, I've stood still for 3 seconds. I know I'm not gonna misplace myself into somewhere really shitty. So yeah, I just cast it on cooldown as long as I know I haven't moved in the last 3 seconds. I wonder if Necropolis will be about. Yeah, I don't know. Boys, I hate to do this, guys. I am rapidly starting to feel like shit. So I've been sick for a while now, and it started going down, but I feel like I maybe caught something even new now, and so like I threw up right before stream, and I'm just starting to really not feel good. I'm getting a little dizzy, and I think I need to go lay down, and my voice is just deteriorating quicker and quicker, and I can just feel it going out. I think I'm gonna have to call the stream early, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't make it the full 7 hours. I'm just not doing so hot. If you guys didn't know, I do take Sundays off, so I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday. I'm hoping to get some kind of YouTube video out tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be like a teaser build, maybe for the Paladin, showcasing it. I might do some kind of like explanation, like crafting gloves or doing prophecies or something. I don't know. I'll try to get some kind of video out tomorrow. But yeah, I need to step away for a second and just take a break. Yeah, lots of water. I know, man. I know. I need to drink more water. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys understanding. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, what I do want to do, though, still, is if you guys haven't ever been around at the end of stream, I do try to find somebody who isn't quite as blessed on the viewer count as we are, and just find somebody where you can make their day better. So if you guys are willing to hang around even for 5 minutes, just to say hi to this person we raid, I would greatly appreciate it. I've already actually found the person I want to raid. He's an OG player for Last Epoch, super good guy. He used to hold like tournaments for the community constantly. So I would love for you guys to go say hi to him. I'm very confident that you guys will enjoy his content. Thank you guys all. So go say hi to Vision for me, boys. Yeah, he's an OG, so he'll have lots of information if you guys have any questions about anything or anything like that. But I appreciate it. Let me get the link into YouTube as well. Just make sure you let him know that I sent you. Alrighty, boys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for you guys for being here and the support. Hip, thanks for that follow, man. And I'll see you guys around on Monday, okay? Go spread the love with Vision, guys. Love ya.